Hang on.
You're fine. It's fine. Let's see if this is working. Ooh, it seems to be.
Get in there.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think everything's happening. Hey, everybody. It's Andy, a.k.a. Max Ryder. We are back with another Call of Cthulhu Down Darker Trails Dreamlands game. Um, Pacific Northwest Fears. When last we left, our intrepid investigators, our daring dreamers, they've been investigating the death of a pen maker in the city of Zakarian, um, city of sages. They had found some interesting things out, like chalk marks inside of his house when they went to investigate it. All over the floors, marked with various things, X's and arrows and just straight lines. They had found a piece of paper that noted that Callery Frickard, the victim, had gone to the records office at some point. He'd written the time of the records office. They learned that he had been killed by an odd, tiny arrow, unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. Um, and they learned that he had a new hobby. That he was nobody knew what it was. He just had this new hobby that he was into for some reason. Um, they had gone. The investigators had gone. What is that beeping noise? Where's that coming from? Is that
Discord.
that's yours? Okay. I thought for a second it was me, and I was like,
Is it
oh,
mine?
I didn't think it was mine. I have all mine turned off.
Oh,
Um,
how
Oh
do you
no.
do that? I didn't
uh,
It just sounds like a notification, but
yeah, you
yeah.
got to turn off your notifications. Um, I've never noticed it before. That's
on
why,
that.
Josie. That it was just weird that it started.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard it beeping from your computer before. Now it's constant. Um, Lost my train of thought a little bit. You
Give me a
had
minute. My computer's being.
gone to the inn. You'd gone to the inn, where they had kept the body in for a while in a very cold cellar, and you found out something about how he died. He was shot in the chest with this tiny arrow. It was small and it wasn't built like the end sounded more like a bullet than it did like an arrowhead. And then you went back to the pen and page and to spend the night in the lap of luxury. Um, Page and pen, not pen and page, page and pen. Almost got it. So close. That's where we ended last session. You spent the night there. You spent a nice night, and the next morning, a luscious and lovely breakfast is again brought up, thanks to the riches of Fernando and Loren. And Fernando and Loren actually are the main ones who still have those platinum markers that they can use to pay for everything, since they brought a wealth of information to Zakarian. Zakarian is a city of sages with abalone and mother of pearl walls and beautifully built, very large buildings. Y'all have a map. It is in Gaming Takes Down Darker Trails, or it might be in, yeah, that's where it is. And um, you've been investigating all over the city. You've been in the city for some time now. Um, you were planning on going to the records office the next day. It's been like a month since we played. If not, it's been a while. So there's a reminder. Um, so what do y'all want to do? You've had a nice breakfast. You still have the kids there. Don't forget those lovely children.
Yeah.
Fern and Dolphin are their names. They're still there. You have been engaging in them with. Is anybody else hearing that beep?
I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So it's
I
not
just
just
turned
me.
off
Okay,
my.
that's okay.
I'm not hearing it.
Are we sure it's
You're not
not
hearing.
someone else?
My
Turned
notifications
off
are
my
off.
notification.
Yeah, mine have always been off. I've turned them off from the
Jack.
beginning, and I don't have any new.
Sorry if it is me.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry. The
It's
technology.
weird that I've never heard it before. So as long
I
as it's
feel
not
like it's
just me,
not me.
if I'm the only one that's hearing it, then it's definitely not. If I'm not the only one hearing it, it's definitely not me. Um, so what is the plan for the next day? Or did you guys want to sit and discuss over breakfast, or what do you want to do?
Well, I thought we wanted to visit the records office while it was open,
That was the plan, but I mean,
which
you
has to
have
be
some time. It's open
which
from
has to be done.
nine to noon is when it's
It has to be
open.
done in the morning.
Right, and I'm assuming you guys got up not too long after dawn, not terribly long after dawn before people were up. So you still have plenty. You have time to do other things this morning if you wish, or you can wait and go to the records office.
I don't recall anything else that needed doing before we do that. Unless I'm forgetting.
There was the lines and stuff inside of Callery Frickard's house, and there was some talk about trying to find somebody who might know what those mean. That was another thing that you had discussed before. Or gathering more rumors. Those are the only other things that really I think y'all were talking about doing. But if you want to just wait and go to the records office, that is fine too.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. You get to the records office just before 9 or right on the dot or whatever time you want to get there. George Fillerman's unlocking is actually you get there a little bit early and you find George Fillerman has unlocked the door and he's sitting in his office and is already working on some paperwork when you enter. And he says, "Oh, yes, can I help you?" There it is again. If you're hearing it, Josie, it's coming through your computer, just FYI. Because if it was beeping on one of ours, it wouldn't be coming through.
Can we just pause for a second? I'm sorry. So I'm going to notifications in my settings, and then there's this disable all notification sounds. I click it, but then is there a way to save that? There's no save button or anything, because it just keeps going back to on or whatever. I don't know how to make it stay that way.
Okay.
Does anyone know?
I don't.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to scroll down on that screen, Josie. Keep scrolling down till you see mobile push notifications. Is that one green? Should be the last one.
No, it's not.
It's
the
not?
last one.
Okay, that's.
Hang on.
It says mobile push notifications.
No, I must be on the wrong.
If you
Is that in Discord you're talking about?
I was.
Yeah, Discord, okay. Just my general settings.
If you go up to
I don't know.
I don't either. Hold on.
I hate technology.
Yeah.
I just clicked disable all notification sounds, but it doesn't want to stay that way.
Then you'll probably have to go down and you'll have to disable each one.
Okay. I mean, I'll try.
These shouldn't be on. Some of mine are on. I'm going to turn them all off.
And I don't even know,
anyway,
where the notes are coming from. Okay. Maybe that will work. Let me check.
We'll see. So, you guys have reached there, and George Fillerman. My eyes are getting worse. George Fillerman is there. I believe there's already a picture of him in NPCs. Maybe I didn't do a picture of him, actually. Let's check. NPCs. Did I do George? No. Yes! Is he already in there? Yeah, he is. If you scroll up just a little bit to September 12th, he is a chinless man with a large nose, clean-shaven, hair coming down to cover his ears, wearing a hat. He's probably not wearing the hat inside. He's probably hanging on the wall. Yes, good morning. Can I help you? He looks over everyone and looks at him in silence. I'm assuming everybody's there. That everybody just came in because...
I don't know whether Fernando would be. He'd probably be out looking... looking for orphanages or... I know we kind of went over that again.
So Fernando's not going?
No.
Okay.
He's not I don't know, information gatherer.
Okay.
I do got to get the rest of my dinner, though, real quick. So I will be right back.
There. The other three of you are there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. Yes.
I'll take. Sorry to bother you, sir. We are wondering if you might be able to inform us what Callery Frickard came to ask about.
Oh, Callery Frickard, he was doing some research here, yes. I remember him very well, precisely because he too seemed to be interested in documents in my office. He came in quite often, actually, before his death last week. He was researching diligently about births, marriages, and deaths. Uh, I believe, it is my guess, but do not hold me to this as I am making an assumption, that he was compiling a record of his family tree as a hobby.
Hmm.
Oh, that's what his hobby
Well,
was.
I
We were
believe
wondering.
so.
well,
Now, I think that's what he was doing, but please do not hold me to it. I do not lie. It is only what I am assuming. From the records he was looking through. Yes.
I wonder
Hmm.
what he found that was so interesting.
I'm afraid that I couldn't tell you because he did not require my assistance.
Do you still have those
See,
records that
All of the
he was looking at?
records are in the records. Yes, they are, yes. You will need an appointment to go and look at the records, however.
All right. Could we schedule one?
I can schedule you an appointment for 10 o'clock. There is another group who have already has an appointment at 9 o'clock. He kind of listens. There's not a lot of little clocks in Zakarian, right? It's mainly large clocks that ring the hours that help people keep track of time. It must not be 9 o'clock yet, yes.
well, 10
Would
o'clock
you
will do that.
do you
Oh, very
mind?
well. What? I'm
Could
sorry.
we know could we know who that group might be?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's quite private. I will need your name, however.
Oh, okay. Uh, Isabella,
Hmm?
Eldridge.
Eldridge, 10 o'clock. Very good. If you return at 10, or you can stay and wait if you so desire, that is, of course, up to you.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
So, what are
I
y'all
look at
doing?
Alonzo.
Well, let's wait then. In fact, let's wait somewhere where we can see who the 9 o'clock appointment is.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
there are some places to sit in the office. This office opens into a hall. There's places to sit out in the hall, and then, of course, you could exit the building. It's very close to the entrance. And outside of the building, there's a park. There's a street that goes across. Let me double check on that. But so you have a lot of choices here of where to
Okay.
potentially
Oh, but
sit.
if he's okay with us sitting and waiting here, then we'll sit and wait. I'll sit and wait right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sit and wait right there. Are the other two of you also just going to wait in the
Yeah.
office? All right. Yeah, a couple minutes goes by, and then some people come into the office. You recognize them as the same people that were in Callery Frickard's house yesterday during that whole
Aha.
hullabaloo. Oh, sorry. Let's retro one thing in. Don't forget Mimford and what is his name? The other guy's name.
Gadril.
Yes, thank you, Gadril. Minford and Gadril did meet you this morning before you left, and then they have come with you, but they're not here in the records office. They are waiting outside the building, so they're out on the street again. Just FYI.
Okay.
But it
Hmm.
is, yeah, it's the same four people um, that that you guys found in Callery Frickard's house. He
Right.
says, "Oh, you're here," is what George Fillerman says to them as they come in. Um, they um, they kind of give you a look, obviously recognizing you, um, and then they're kind of like, like, oh well. and and George turns and he walks over to the records room and opens up the door for them. And they kind of pass you. They just walk in and they walk into the records room. And then George is like, "Would you need any help?" And they're like, "No, we're fine, we're fine." He's like, "Oh, very good." And he closes the door behind them.
They
And then he comes
did
and
they
goes
look
back
at
to his
us?
desk. Yeah, they saw you, and obviously recognized you. I mean, you guys were like really in close quarters for not a long time,
Yeah.
but long
Did,
enough. And so obviously everybody recognized everybody else. And they didn't really seem too nervous about you recognizing them.
hmm.
So
Oh,
take that to mean
Okay,
whatever you
maybe
want.
well,
they're on the up and up.
George sits back
those
down.
are
Sorry, go ahead.
Pretty much exactly the people I expected to find here, except they're
Yeah.
ahead
Fair
of
enough.
us in this regard.
Okay, I swear that is
So
not me. My notifications are off.
You're the only one who's on an
I
open
didn't hear
mic,
it.
Josie. Everybody else has a headset and a microphone on, and this thing will not go through the
Ah,
computer. It only goes through mics. So it's
give
probably
me-
you. Um, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. It's This isn't my job.
I
This
can
isn't
look at
my
my different
profession.
channels and try and mute them.
Um,
I
that's what I
So
do,
here's
but
the
I have a
thing
lot
then
of channels.
to the other two. We need to slow them down.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, the question would be, what exactly are they here looking for? I mean, they probably,
No doubt the same thing we are.
yeah, but they might have a little bit more
And I believe our
information than we
task was,
do.
well, no doubt, but I believe our task was to get to the bottom of this matter before they do.
Yeah,
Therefore,
Your task is just to get to the bottom of it. You've heard about these people, and they're out there messing around, but
They're trying to discredit us.
yes, correct.
Is what we heard.
They're trying to discredit you guys. You guys weren't given any
Hmm.
like orders or recommendations about how to deal with it.
well, we can slow them down, or at least should be able to. I will excuse myself, and I will go find our two minders who are outside,
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
and
you
I will
find them.
tell them about those four. I'll tell them about those four people, and their new job is when those four people come out, delay them, buy them lunch,
We
ask them
can't
stupid questions.
we can't interfere. We're not supposed to interfere
Oh, you're
in
not
the
interfering.
investigation
Just
in
buy
any
them lunch.
way.
Just do something. Get their attention.
Well, we're just here to make sure
Yeah,
you we're
just get
you're,
just get their attention.
yeah.
Thank you, and
Okay, you walk away.
I'm walking away
Okay.
before they have a time to make any more excuses.
Okay, so the two of them fall into a discourse with each other as you walk away. Um,
And I'll come back in. Well,
eh,
hopefully hopefully the brothers out there will slow those other fellows down a bit.
okay.
I suggested they take them to lunch.
No, you didn't. You just said stop them.
I
Slow
did.
them down.
No,
I
he
said
said
I
he
said
said
I said
buy him lunch
them
or
lunch.
Oh,
something.
okay. I missed that. Okay,
Yeah.
Fernando.
yeah,
While
no, I
you're
totally did.
while you're out looking for an orphanage to dump these poor children in, so that they can live a life of Oliver
Well,
Twist, you do hear a rumor. And you hear that this is just a rumor, and the person isn't sure if it's true or not, but that they had heard that anti-Frickard campaigners killed Callery Frickard to prevent the production of steel-nibbed pens. Dun
okay.
dun dun. So that's what you hear while they're dealing with this. An hour passes, and the let's see. Uh, these people come out, the committee or whatever they called themselves. Um, they come out after an hour. They smile at you kind of smugly, like, and then they leave. Um, and George says, "Well, it is 10 o'clock now, so you are welcome to use the records if you like. There will be one more appointment at 11 o'clock that has not been signed up for yet. So, And then he opens a door for you and lets you go into the records office. It's a bunch of records. Everything is very well filed, very well put together. So you can start your search, but there's everything here. This is records of births, deaths, wills, all kinds of stuff is in here. Anything you need to know. Yeah. Um, yeah, so there you go. If everybody wants to make me a library use check.
Well, can we ask George if he will tell us which files Callery Frickard pulled?
Oh yeah, he'll help you to find them. So that'll be
yeah,
that'll be
and they
I
didn't
bet-
take them,
no
did
no
they?
I bet
no
him,
no nobody
you
takes
can't
anything
take
out of the
you don't
records.
take things out.
Right. You can.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. I'm guessing his library use roll is better than mine, and mine is okay.
All right.
I
So
failed.
so so Loren starts looking for stuff. You asked George for his help, and he was happy to help you. And after a very short, it takes about an hour, and you find
I succeeded too, by the way.
a couple things. Okay. Um. Okay.
I
You
succeeded, by the way.
okay?
Uh, teen. Ooh, that's a hard success.
Okay. So what you learn um, is that you get together enough information to actually put together probably what Callery Frickard was trying to put together, which was a family tree. And I'm going to send that to you. Uh, it is going to be in gaming text, down darker trails, handouts. Here we go. Here it is. Dun dun dun. Boop.
Sound is so annoying. I've
I've never had
no idea.
we've never heard it before, Josie. So something must have gotten changed.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it was an update or something.
It did just
And
update,
I don't
but
know even where it's coming from, but I'm muting all my channels. And now I think they're all muted.
so as you
Well,
can read,
individually.
the
I
chart
don't.
shows that Callery Frickard's parents were Barbary Frickard father and Ella Destrill. And though his father had a sister named Clora Frickard, she died with no heirs. Callery's paternal grandparents were the only ones mentioned in the record. His mother's family must have come from outside the area, and shows those grandparents. No
Uh,
brothers or sisters. Good God, that's a lot. Beep beep beep.
is
There's no.
anyone else hearing sound like a robot?
Am I sounding like a
Nope.
robot to you?
No.
Me,
No.
yeah.
Nope.
No.
Oh shit.
Do you need to restart?
I'm sorry. Do you mind if I close out Discord and
Yeah, go ahead.
see if that
You
helps?
Yeah,
Back.
go ahead.
Go do.
Try to restart. And we'll see while you're
Okay,
gone if
I'll
the
be right
beeping
back.
continues.
I didn't even hear that. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
That was a good
Beep.
cork pop.
Okay, so she's still here. I thought she was leaving.
I was. Wait, can you still hear me? Oh my god,
I can still
thought of
hear
it.
you
Okay,
and see you. You haven't closed Discord.
sorry. Okay.
So there it goes. You guys can look over this if you want, but there's also, like I said, at the bottom it notes about Callery Frickards. Nope, there it's still going. Fuck, it's still doing it.
Going. So it's
Is
not
everybody
her.
hearing it? So
Yeah,
it wasn't her.
yeah.
I'm not. I'm not hearing any of it.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, hold on. I think I hear something beeping now. I heard something very faintly beeping.
No, all I hear is like a notification, like alert.
Huh?
Just like beep. I said, all I hear is like a notification alert.
Yeah, it goes.
Like,
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I ever hear.
that's all I'm hearing. That's all I heard. But it was.
Yeah.
So it wasn't her.
Yep.
Is it me? It can't be me. Everything is off on mine. Oh well, we're just gonna press on. Fuck it. Callery Frickard's grandfather was also called Callery Frickard. It seems he was the newcomer. This time he married a woman if it says Borton, that's from the scenario that I took it from. It's actually Zakarian, named Serena Oddly. And then it goes down to her, the people in her family. Um, you guys can read through this. It's kind of dull. It's just like here's the entire thing spelled out for everybody. But it looks like everybody in the family, besides Callery Frickard, has left or either left or died. Except for
This guy at the bottom here, Donald Coldwater.
Donald Coldwater. That's it. That's it. Don't think it was you, Josie. Don't know where it's coming from. Can't
Yeah,
figure
it
it
wasn't
out.
you.
It kept going after you left.
Ha!
Unless she tricked
Yes,
us,
vindicated.
so she's a computer genius,
Not my fault.
and she just made it look on Discord like she left, but she was still there the whole time.
I mean, I'm not
No, I
getting
wasn't.
I'm impressed with
anything.
that, Josie. You're a computer genius.
I was there the whole time.
No, you.
The
No.
whole time.
Excuse me. No,
The
It,
whole time.
I'm just messing. I'm just messing. So,
ah,
yes, from the looks of it, so you can see if you check it out, you can look at this. I've been working on a frickin' family tree all day for another project, and man, I'm tired of them. Um, it looks like Donald Coldwater is the only Frickard of who is related to Callery Frickard, who has been left in Zakarian. And it appears that yeah, you can get all this information is what you get by 11 o'clock.
So he stands to inherit Callery Frickard's possessions.
Oh yes, yes. The laws are quite distinct, and I don't believe Callery Frickard ever filed a will. So that would mean that his next of kin would inherit all of his property.
Hmm. Well, that sounds like motivation for me.
next of kin. So,
Where do we find this Clearwater fellow?
and do we know if anybody? Some people are on here are dead. Oh, I see.
Everybody's dead or gone, is what you figure out
They're
after a short time, except for Donald
everybody. Okay.
Coldwater. Donald Coldwater at the bottom is the only one who is still apparently living in Zakarian. And
Okay.
when you say that, Alonzo, George Fillerman says, "Oh, if only we're in a place where all the records were. Oh wait, we are." He quickly tells you where Donald Coldwater lives. He finds it very fast, actually.
And in fact, I was nodding him as in to say, it was to you, sir, that question was addressed.
It went over his head. He must have completely missed it. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
So I will have to explain my own joke, which I hate doing.
Do you explain the joke, or do you just let it go?
No.
You don't
I'll
let it
just-
go. You explain it.
just-
Okay.
No, just that. That statement was that question was to you, sir.
Oh, oh. He is at number 1 Colton Chase. Ew. What a place to be. Um, so he tells you Colton Chase is down off the Artisans District on Low Street. And he gives you instructions on how to get there. He tells you Colton Close, not Colton Chase. Sorry. He tells you it was an experiment in housing gone wrong. The designer was a sage named Colton. He envisioned a tightly knit community wherein the neighbor's help was just a door away. Unfortunately, uh, he had neglected to arrange for drains or sewage release from that place, so it ended up, becoming a septic tank with doors looking onto it, more than anything else. The only people who live there are the poor and the downtrodden, those who cannot work or will not work. It's as close to a slum as there is in Zakarian. Not a pleasant place. Mr. Coldwater lives at number 1. That's on the opposite side. They all have numbers on them.
Well, we should pay this
Better
Mr.
than number
Coldwater a
2.
visit then.
Oh. I'm
What
not
now?
there.
Stop.
Pretty
Shut up, Aaron.
From his description, I think everything there is number 2.
It is. I didn't hear what Alonzo said, though.
I've just said, let's go pay him a visit.
Okay.
We'll thank the archivist for his time.
Oh, of course. Come back anytime you need information. We have very much of it here, yes.
And off we go.
Okay.
Sounds charming, doesn't it? Now, here's the thing.
You guys head that direction. You can talk en route if you want.
They say that no one in this place lies. And if I follow the logic,
it's
They
not
could
that
lie.
no one lies. It's that there are severe punishments for lying.
Yes.
Criminals exist.
I suppose we simply ask this Mr. Clearwater about his involvement in the matter, straight up.
And I imagine it could be like a sort of this is out of character, a sort of zone of truth type situation where they could skirt around it, like beat around the bush
I mean,
and not
we
fully
don't. Yeah,
answer.
we don't know the
No.
um what abilities. I mean, it really does seem like in this dreamland that there is not magic like what we can do as dreamers. Like they're just normal people. They can't do some of the stuff that we can potentially do. Um,
Unless
it
they're a
could
wizard.
just, yeah. I mean, it could just be that they're really strict and focused on finding liars, and so people
Oh,
just don't lie because the punishment's so severe, or you have really good liars who just haven't been caught yet.
Right.
well, let's find out then, shall we?
Yeah.
But the whole thing
Like we
is,
shouldn't automatically assume they're not lying, but it's certainly more likely that they're telling the truth.
it
Which is why I
would. I mean,
suggest
that
we
would be
just
the safe
ask
thing
them
to say.
outright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
What are we
So we just have to
asking
find
this person? I guess we just figure it
whether he
out as we
killed
go,
Callery
or
Frickard. No, I intend to ask him firstly if he's aware that he's Callery Frickard's heir, and secondly if he killed him. The
The
first,
okay,
of course,
maybe
renders the motive. Yes, precisely.
we don't go at it quite so directly at first. Maybe start with the easy questions and ease our way in.
What for?
Yeah, as someone who's worked in the newspapers, uh, it's usually not good to get the truth if you just keep asserting your own narrative.
All right. So two questions.
What
Accusing
do you
Right
mean?
someone
up front.
of accusing someone of murder when you've got no evidence of it usually doesn't go over very well.
What the hell?
Yes,
Well, we
that's
have a
what I was
motive.
thinking. I don't think we should ask
Yeah,
straight
yes, he
that
has.
question.
There's definitely motive, but
That's the first question.
maybe it
If
shouldn't
he's
be the
unaware,
second. Maybe it shouldn't be the second question.
That's what I
if
was
he's
saying.
unaware,
Yes.
if he's unaware that he stands to inherit the property, that eliminates the motive. It makes him much
Or
less
he's
a
Right.
lying.
suspect. Or he's lying. Well,
I think
let's
it's
find out.
a delicate matter, so I think we should be very careful in speaking with him. Because if he is a murderer, then is to stop him from also being a liar. If he's already a criminal, he's a criminal. So we can't assume that
Ah,
he's not.
that's a point.
All
Well,
right. Anything else to discuss before we speak with him, or shall we get on with
no,
it?
let's do this. First,
Yeah.
we must find the man. So let's see if we can find number one Carlton
My
Close.
assumption is you've been heading that way this entire time.
Yeah.
That you went
Yeah.
out,
Walking and talking.
headed that way, walking and talking. Yeah. So you've managed
Yes.
to get down to the Artisans District. You have got some instructions from Fillerman that'll get you down if you go all the way down to Low Street, which is the last one, and then down past Knowledge Street, you do find what appears to be Colton Close. It is across from what appears to be some kind of an inn or a tavern called the. It should be marked on yours as S8, which is the Faded Barrel Tavern and Hostel. Um, it's actually in the Shipwrights District as opposed to the Artisans District. That's what George Fillerman would have told you before. Um, there's space between the buildings, between each of these houses, just a little bit of space. So it's like a cul-de-sac that just is connected by alleys, and you can smell this place before you get to it. Obviously, they never fixed the sewage problems, and
And
yeah,
you can tell that from here.
yes, and each of the buildings has a number on it, and most of the buildings look like they have several families living in them. Um, the one with the number one on it is in the far corner, very close to the
Well,
exterior
that's
wall
all.
of the city.
That's ours.
Mm-hmm.
Well then,
What do you want to do?
um, Mr. Hutton, you have experience in interviewing, so I suggest you take the lead then. If you don't like my
Sometimes.
direct approach.
Well, it's not that I don't like your direct approach. It's just it's not always
As you say. And I
received.
will knock on the door while he's speaking.
You knock on the door. Ba, 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 ba. As soon as you knock on the door,
Yeah.
Yes.
these dogs start barking. It sounds like there's a couple of really big dogs in there. Um,
Remind me again this gentleman's name.
Donald
Donald
Coldwater.
Coldwater. Thank
as
you.
you say that, I need who's in the front. Kevin knocked, and Loren is up there to talk to him. Right?
I'm assuming
Yep.
Kevin
So I
knocked and
knock,
like
and then
stepped
I
to the side.
I'm not assuming
exactly. So
anything. I'm just
I
assuming you
kind
knocked.
of reach over and knock.
Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah, I
say
kind of
I'm
that
in
reached
the
over and did
front.
it.
before, so okay. So Lauren's in the doorway. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay. Um, there is a sound from inside. Um, something comes through the door. Oh. Uh, it smashes right through the door. It's small, and it goes like right by your face, really fast. Pokes a nice little hole in the door and flies right by your head. Um, the other two of you can make a spot hidden. I need penalty dice from each on each of those rolls. Fernando, I need you to make me a luck check.
That's so weird. That beeping is
All right.
happening and no one's mic is. It's
Yeah.
just
I already
going.
failed, so the penalty die makes no difference.
You failed. Okay, so you didn't. Something flew by him. It was small. It moved really fast.
Actually, I am going to
Hold on.
I'm not seeing what it is. I am going to immediately flatten myself against the wall.
Okay, you do that.
In other words, I'm
Yep.
reacting as if it was a bullet.
Annabelle, Isabella. Fernando didn't make it. Okay. Meanwhile,
Uh,
Fernando met a nice
wait,
young lady.
sorry.
Hello.
Let me check my character sheet.
That was a luck check,
Oh,
Fernando.
that's a six.
Oh, where are those guys going?
So let me just. I'm sorry, but let me just make sure I got this right on the penalty die. I rolled a 36 first, and then I
Yes.
re-rolled the 6.
No.
Okay, I got
You
another
re-roll the
6.
30s.
So 36.
You
Huh?
re-roll the 30, and you take your worst. So you got a 36. Re-roll that 30.
Okay.
And tell me what that gives you.
I don't
And
know
then you have
why
to
I
take
can't
your
remember
worst.
that. Oh
That's okay.
no. 50. Oh wait,
Is that still a success?
56.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That is
Perfect.
exactly my.
That is a success. If you get it on, it is a success. Whatever it is, busts through the wall.
Yay.
It's small. It looks like a short little arrow. Is the only you get a flash of it. Actually, it
I'm
flies by
assuming
you
crossbow bolt.
as well because you're standing somewhere behind Loren. It flies by you, and you're like, do one of those.
I lean back, eyes wide,
Mm-hmm.
and look, try to find where it went, I guess.
It. You can make another spot hidden. You might see where it embedded itself somewhere in a wall. Alonzo, you're at the top of the round.
Okay.
Yeah. I grab the wall, flatten, and get low.
Right, you already moved aside. I'm going to give you that for free. You're
Yeah.
over
That's
to
well.
the which side of the door? Just for you
Probably to the
facing the
left
door. You're on the
because
left side. Okay,
I reached out with my right to
gotcha.
knock.
So you go
So
around.
I
You put your
move
back to
low
the
and
wall. What do you want to do?
uh
I'm considering us in combat for the moment because somebody has taken a shot at you
yeah
with something.
yeah and then I'm going to draw my sword. But really, most of this first round is just spent fighting my own reflexes
Hmm.
because that was a bullet,
It was
and
something
so
bad.
I am low and out of the way before I realize what I've done.
Okay, so yeah,
That's
okay.
muscle memory, is what it is.
Isabella.
Yeah, I want to get out of the way too. As soon as that happens and
Hmm.
I try to see it,
Did you make
I'm gonna go to the right side.
did you make the second spot hidden?
No.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna go to the right side. Um,
Yeah, and like crouch a little, kind of do what he's doing. get away from the
Loren.
door.
Here it is. Okay. What are you doing, Loren? The dogs are barking. It's really loud, and you're up.
I'm gonna go to the uh, side of the door. I'm not gonna be directly in front of it.
Which side? Because Isabella's on one side and Alonzo's on the other. They've taken the primo spots.
Ah, okay.
You can go
Um,
past them, but I'm assuming they're just past the door. So all you guys have to do is pivot if you want to get to the door. They're right next to it. Where do you want to go? Alonzo is on your
I'm gonna
left.
yell out, Mr. Coldwater. We're actually here to speak with you about some current events, and he's crouching.
You crouch. You can still move. You just can't get right next to
Yeah,
the door on either side.
he's crouching.
Okay, you're just gonna crouch down. Okay. The dog's just barking. It's really loud. Um, you can hear some scratching on the interior of the door, as if the dogs are trying to get to you. Um, it's other than that, you can't hear anything. Nothing comes from inside.
Well,
So we're back to the top of the round, Alonzo.
Is there another exit from this building?
There's windows. They're all shuttered. You have no idea about any other walls than this one.
Okay, I'm gonna point in that direction, like I'm going one way, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna begin circling because the building has. It's a freestanding structure, right? It doesn't
Yes,
come
these
up
are all.
against other
There's alleys
structures.
between all these buildings. This looks like a
So
duplex.
I'm
You know what
gonna.
I mean? Like there's a number two, and you're guessing that must go
Yep.
upstairs or something like that. Is your best guess from the look of this building. But yeah, you want to go around
Okay,
the
so
side
I'm
of the
gonna begin
building.
circling in one direction in case if Coldwater is trying to exit out a window or a rear door.
Okay. Yeah, you
Because
get
if I was
around
him, that's what I'd be doing right now.
to the back of the building, and you see a man is running down the alley between these this general. As you come around the corner, there's a man running down the alley away from you, kind of between the wall and the other buildings. You have no idea if it's cold water, but I will give you a spot hidden with a bonus die.
Does he? Okay. Does he have anything in his hands that I can
He
see?
does have a crossbow, and there's a couple of
I
quivers on his
Oh wait, I got a
hips.
bonus die. Uh, um,
Did you make
nah,
it?
still not good enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you see. That's exactly what you see.
Okay, I'm gonna yell to the others. This way, he's running,
All right.
and I will pursue, staying low myself, assuming that he could turn and shoot.
Okay. All right. He's booking. He's sprinting all out away from this area. Um,
Okay, then in that case, I'll sprint as well. Then
okay. You've already
if
crept
he's
around the
running
building,
full on, then
so
I will.
so not
Yeah.
this round, but next round you can start sprinting. Isabella, what do you want to do? You hear that shout from the back of the building somewhere.
I do the obvious. I follow Alonzo,
Uh,
trying to stay behind him for a
so
human shield.
so you're gonna go around. You're gonna go past the door and around the other side of the building. Is that correct? Or are you gonna go around your side of the building? Alonzo, okay.
Uh,
Alonzo went around his side of the building. You're on the other side of the door, on the front of the
shit.
building. You can do whatever you want. You can go that way if you want.
I guess I'm a little afraid of what might be on the other side of that building. There might be somebody else with a crossbow. Who
Okay.
knows?
So
So
you're gonna go after Alonzo.
I'm gonna try to scoot past the door real fast.
Okay.
You know,
Yep, those dogs are making a
sprint
ruckus.
past the door and go after him.
Okay. So you end up behind Alonzo somewhere. Loren Hutton. You heard Alonzo shout, and you saw Mrs. Eldridge also went around the side of the building.
Yeah, I will work to try to keep up with Alonzo, but I have a feeling I will not be able to. I'm a little bit slower.
Okay. You were limping, or you? Yeah, you never
Yeah.
fixed your leg, did you? You limp around the
Well,
side
no,
of the building.
no, he's always had the limp.
I know, but you're in the Dreamlands.
Yeah.
Um. So, Aaron. Yes.
So, I didn't catch. Did Isabella say something? Could I have done a listen check to see whether I heard like he start shouting or whatever coming from
Alonzo
the
was
stone?
shouting, but you failed your luck check.
Okay.
You're
He's
not
not
in the
nearby.
immediate vicinity.
I gotcha.
That was what I was checking the luck for to see if,
Okay.
hey, there's my
But
fellows, my companions. Where are they going?
I gotcha. I'm
So,
just trying to see whether I could catch something coming through the stone or something to try to get me
I
there.
didn't say
But
oh,
anything.
the stones. That's right. You're right. And Isabella
Oh,
didn't say
yeah.
anything. I totally
okay,
forgot about the stone. Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
that's fine then.
Yeah. Shh, don't give them ideas. But that was smart. Ah, that's smart. Um,
Hmm.
okay. We're kind of out of combat. We're in a chase. I'm not real good with the chase rules. Um, as he reaches, he runs along the wall, and as he reaches where there's a main street, Alonzo, as you're pursuing, you're some ways behind. He had a little bit of a head start. He does turn, and you see him raise that crossbow to
Okay.
his shoulder.
Okay.
You're too far away for your sword to be useful at this juncture. You can't really
Yeah. Well,
dodge things like this unless
well, I got.
you're gonna do a duck and cover, which you can.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna one go low,
Mhm.
and two, I'm going to shout because he's moving toward what might be a more crowded space.
Oh,
I'm going
definitely.
to shout "murderer"
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and see if I can get the attention of a
Okay.
crowd. Now that he has the bow in his hands,
Yeah.
anyone who sees him shooting is not going to wonder about why I'm yelling about murder.
He's gonna fire at you. Um, are you gonna go prone?
Yeah. So I
Do you want to
will.
go all the way to the ground?
Yeah.
That'll give him a penalty die on his shot.
It's not so much what I want to do; it's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, yeah,
This is once again where the muscle memory takes over.
yeah. So you go down. Oh, that might have just saved your life. Oh, he still hits you. It's not an impale though. It would have been an O2. Yikes. So, um, yeah, the crossbow will hit you. Don't forget, you're wearing armor. You got that chain shirt on,
Yep.
so you need to make me a roll for the armor. It is effective at this
Yep.
range. And your
Okay.
damage,
What am I rolling for armor?
it should be on your character sheet. I believe chain is a D6. If you haven't marked it down, he did 8 points of
No.
damage. Let's
Um.
see. It's a different book. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's a D8 actually. I see it. I saw it. It's on the character sheet.
He's not on the mic.
Did you
I
find
rolled
it?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I rolled 3.
Okay. So 3. So 8. 5 points of damage. Um,
That hurts.
you hit the ground. Um, actually, it hit you. It hits you as you're going down, because you do one of these and you kind of go like this and down, and it catches you in the arm, in your right arm. Well, your left arm. It could be either arm. I don't care. You can choose. Catches you in the arm, chunk. You hear it hit the bone. 5 points of damage. Is that a major wound?
Um,
Is it half or more?
how do I determine? No, it is not.
Okay, so it doesn't hit the bone, but it embeds itself in your arm, and you realize if you had not like ducked down the way you had, you might have taken that in your head as opposed to your arm as you hit the ground.
Yeah, well,
Um,
this
so,
would not be the first, probably not the last time that's happened to me.
ow, that
This
hurts.
is why I'm still alive.
Isabella,
Yeah,
did you run
I
after
will
him?
continue to shout murder and
You're
point at
yelling
him.
murder, murder,
As
murder.
then, yep.
Isabella,
Yes,
he took off.
I
Alonzo took off running after the perp. Did you follow?
yeah, I did. Yeah, that was
Okay.
what I did last
Same with Loren.
last
Loren, did
round.
you follow as fast as you could?
As fast as I could, yeah.
And your movement rate is 7. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. What's your movement rate, Alonzo?
8.
What's your movement rate, Isabella? Should be
Good
towards the
question.
top with your stats.
Right below power.
Oh, power. No, my character sheet is different.
No.
All right.
It might be on the bottom. Let's see here. Move 8.
Your move is 8 as well. Okay, so you're able, if you wanted to keep up with him, you could. He hit the dirt. Um, a crossbow bolt hit him in the arm, punctured his chainmail. Obviously, there's a lot of torque behind these things. He does not appear to be like, he's not screaming. He's yelling murder, murder, murder. Um, there's not a lot of blood yet.
Okay.
You're pretty
Okay.
much with him. So what do you want to do?
Yeah. Well, okay. Part of me wants to do first aid, but the other part of me wants to get away from the threat.
Okay, what do you do?
Can I see this person still? Are they still running away, or
He's at the corner. He hasn't had a chance to do anything since he fired. We're kind of in
is
combat.
he?
I'm running
How
this
far
like a
away is
faux
he?
combat. He's about 40 yards away.
That's pretty far, but he
pretty
can still
far.
shoot us.
What do you want to do?
Is there anything I could like well, I guess Alonzo's still on his feet, or he fell on the ground.
He went down. He went to the ground.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what
I'm on the
happened.
ground at the moment.
But he went down, and now
Yeah.
he's got a crossbow bolt sticking
Okay.
out of his arm.
Okay, if I can try to help him get, cover somewhere, is there something I could
Oh, give me a luck check.
drag him behind, or
Yeah, give me a luck check.
luck?
Yes, please. Yeah, that would be considered a maneuver if you want to try to get him to cover.
Ooh, I don't think that's a success.
I don't
Let
know.
me see.
Hutton, I need a listen check from you, please.
77.
And give yourself a bonus die.
Nope.
You fail. This part of this alleyway does not have a lot of junk in it. You know what I mean? There's not like garbage cans or piles of trash or anything like that. It's fairly clean. It's outside of this place. So,
No,
Yeah.
no
I
dick
was
with a
kind
bunch
of
of
thinking
shit
behind a
in it.
building, if nothing else.
you could try to drag him behind a building into another alleyway if you want. Well, it's going back into
Around
this.
a corner.
It's going to be going back into
Um,
this place, this cesspool place, this
Also,
Colton
does
Yeah,
he
I
have
Close.
any
guess I'll
say
try
about
to do
being-
that then.
Okay,
Hold on. Does he have any say about being dragged? Because he's not so keen on being
you
dragged
have
anyway.
a say, but she gets to try to do it
Okay.
first. This is a maneuver. I tell you, there's not gonna be a roll unless so you grab him by the arm, probably the same one that got hit.
Yeah.
And you start to pull him towards into between some of the buildings. Alonzo, if you're going to not allow this, then it will be a strength
not.
versus strength. If Josie, you're not
Okay.
going to pull him if he resists, then there's no roll. You're just going to say, okay, this isn't happening.
Can we just say little things while this is happening? Like I just
Yes,
wanted to say,
yes.
oh, we gotta get out of here.
Okay, that's
We
about
have
all.
to make sure he doesn't shoot again.
That's all about all. Okay, you can say that much, and that's about all. Alonzo, are you going to resist
down.
her trying to get her under cover, getting you under cover?
I'm actually going to try. I'm going to try to actually pull her down with me.
Okay, so you're pulling her
that she's
down
also
to a
prone.
prone position. Okay, Josie.
Yes.
Oh.
So again, you have a choice. If you're going to let him pull you down prone, there's no rolls. You can go prone. If you want to resist it, then it's a strength versus strength.
Does he say anything when?
That's a good question, Alonzo. Do you say anything? If she said, "We got to get out of here. We got to get cover," whatever you just said.
All I said was get down.
Get down. He says that.
And then if I have time for anything else,
A little more.
it'll
Yeah.
be get down before he reloads.
Okay. Yeah. You could say that.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
you-
I'll do what he says. He's
Okay.
the military guy.
So
He
you
knows
kind of
better than I
crouch
do.
down behind him. The two of you are pretty much not laying completely flat, but very, very crouched down to the ground. Hutton. Oh, God, this leg hurts so bad. And then behind you, you feel the hair raise on the back of your neck. As behind you, you hear, no longer behind doors. And you realize the back door of that house you ran by was open.
Chopper.
Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Fowler.
Mr. Fowler. Or whatever. Okay. So you can have a free look over your shoulder, and there are two dogs that look more like hyenas. They've just burst out of the house. And look, they took a moment to look around, and now they're starting to run your direction. You have a good lead on them. You're like 30 or 40 you're 30 40 yards ahead, but they look fast. Where's their
What
movement
about
rate? There it
what
is.
about a Japanese Akita?
What? It's a
It's
big dog. They look like
one of the
hyenas.
they're one of the 3 oldest dog breeds on the planet. A Japanese
They're
Akita.
dogs. They're big ass dogs.
I knew
These
that
are
sounded familiar for some reason.
Big ass brown dogs.
these are big ass brown dogs.
Like like
Yep.
like the
Okay.
Doge
So what do you
dog.
want to do, Lauren? Now keep in
No, that's
mind,
a
you're running
cheetah.
by all these houses in Colton Close, right? So between
Mhm.
each house, there is like an alleyway too. That's what Isabella was trying to pull Alonzo towards, was one of these like narrow, maybe 2 or 3
Yeah.
feet wide between the houses. On the other side is a wall of abalone and mother of pearl. Beautiful, beautiful exterior wall.
Covered in blood.
Hmm?
Maybe.
Always the
Not yet, but
dogs.
soon. Shh! Don't spoil it. No spoilers.
Sure, there was some blood from.
I'm going to attempt to. I'm not attempt. I'm going to turn into an alley to my right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Um, do I see anything I can climb on?
Oh, give me a luck check. Yeah. There's windows. Some of them are open.
How do
Some
I
of them are
fail?
shuttered. You failed. There's this alleyway, though cluttered, is
I
not
rolled a
cluttered with anything
9.
that you can get up on top of. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's cluttered with junk that's close to the ground.
Yeah.
So it's some trash and stuff, but it's nothing you could hide behind easily or climb up onto. You do have windows. There's windows on either side. Some are open, some are shuttered. And then there's the middle of the Colton Close, which again is just a bunch of houses around this area that in the center is just a midden. It's nasty.
I'm going to attempt something here. Since I rolled a 92 out of 90 on a luck check.
What are you attempting? What do you want to do?
I'm
Tell me what you're gonna
attempting to
try.
use dream magic
Uh-huh.
to levitate.
To levitate. Ooh. What is your size?
I am a 65.
You're 65.
Big guy.
You're pretty good. So I'm gonna require 13 points of magic to get you off the ground. This is This is hard. This is like
This
stuff
is
that's
hard.
like looks like real magic.
Oh, that's going
Remember,
to.
your character doesn't know this, but you do as a player. If you don't want to risk hurting yourself, you
That'd
can
be a
change your
major
mind.
wound.
Yeah, that could mess you up bad because I'm levitation
Let's
is
do it.
creating something from you are doing it.
I'm going for it.
You got to spend the magic whether it works or not. Keep that
I
in
know.
mind. All right. Okay. Go for it.
I failed.
You failed. Ah! Okay, that does not feel
Yeah.
good.
That
So,
was 7 points out of 13.
you took a major wound. Give me a con check to stay conscious. It would have been cool if it had worked.
Oh, now I roll a 5.
You are still conscious. You are in immense, intense pain. Mark off the major wound box. This will take a while to heal, as Josie can testify. You stumble forward only a few feet into the alleyway then.
Yeah.
You headed into the alley and you tried this and it failed utterly. And you're like, feel like something inside your head happened, maybe in your gut. It's just horrible. Yeah. Give me 2 more luck checks, Loren Hutton. The dogs still have something they can see.
Hey, that's a good one.
One runs, well, it hasn't happened yet. They've already gone this round.
Second one was a fail of a 97.
Okay. So,
You guys are worse than mine.
we will deal with that momentarily. You do not see the dogs run past yet. Alonzo and Isabella, you cannot help but overhear the sound of 2 braying hounds coming, coming up the alleyway behind you between the wall and these houses. Alonzo, what are you going to do?
Oh God.
Coldwater's still
Those
at
are
the
probably the
corner.
dogs.
He hasn't gone yet this round. Okay? So he fired, and he seems to be looking at his handiwork. Remember, only a couple seconds have passed, and you're yelling murder, murder, murder. But you hear these dogs
I'm
coming.
hoping the crowd will close in on him.
Right, it's been 5 seconds, so it's not going to happen
Yeah.
that quickly.
So sword. Okay, so dogs. Not going to be able to. I don't want to get all the way up because I don't want to make myself a target.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is I'll sit up,
Mm-hmm.
back to the wall,
Which wall?
pushing.
The big wall of the city?
Anyone will do. That one's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, sort of pushing Miss Eldridge with me, sword in one hand, knife in the other.
Oh, okay. So you've also drawn a knife this round. You've
Yeah,
drawn your
and
weapons. You've got 2 weapons out,
I
and
did,
you can see the
and
dogs.
both blades extended, as it were. Because
Right.
if the dogs don't have any kind of missile weapon. In other words, to come at me, they got to bring their teeth to
No,
bear.
no, you
So
don't
this
see
is
any like
defensive fighting.
rig on the back of the
Yeah,
dogs with
God, I hope
crossbows
not.
upon them, but that would be
yeah. No,
fucking
this is the point.
cool.
The point is this is defensive fighting. To get to
So
me, they have to go through the
yeah,
blades.
you're looking at
Or
them.
acid out of
You're
their
look
mouths or
you're
something.
looking at the dogs. You've turned your back on
Yep,
Coldwater for the moment, but you're still pretty like trying to stay low, and you can see them
yep.
heading your direction. Isabella, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm definitely following Alonzo's lead. Whatever he is trying to get me to do, I'm gonna trust him.
He
So
basically said get
And
that
down,
first of all.
and you can stay
and
Okay.
to
low.
you, don't suppose you can conjure up a crossbow?
I
You
have
can
my
say that.
rapier, right?
You
So
do have your rapier. It's in
I
your belt
I pull
right
out my
now.
rapier.
Okay, you've drawn your rapier. You also have a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say I have this and
She.
knife too. I don't know if I can wield both really, but eh,
You've got them in your hands though.
Fine then. Fine.
yeah. And I guess I'm facing the dogs if they're coming at us.
Okay, you're both kind of
Them
expecting a
out.
crossbow bolt to the back. Here come the dogs.
Shit.
One of them. So one of them runs right past. You didn't see Loren. You don't know what happened to Loren. You don't know where he is. By the time you look back to
Yeah.
the braying dogs, no sign of Loren. One of the dogs
What
comes.
about Fernando? Where did he go?
Fernando didn't come with you, and nobody went to go looking for him after you went
Oh
to the
yeah.
library. So you don't know where
Okay.
Fernando is. I already gave
Right.
Fernando
Yeah.
like a check to see if he just happened to be nearby, and he didn't make it.
Oh,
So
right.
one of the dogs busts
You could.
down the alley directly towards you. It will reach you.
You have one of the stones. You could call it.
It does. Shh, 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 shh. Make her think of that herself.
Yeah, I'm definitely
It
not thinking about that at this moment.
it rushes down the
Yep.
alleyway, and it will get one chance to attack somebody this round. You see the other one suddenly like does one of those dog things where they're trying to get their footing and turn. And you know what? I'll give him a dex check. Let's give this guy a dex check to see if he just gets on top of Hutton in 1 second.
They aren't
Um,
cats.
no, their dexes
Yep.
aren't
Cats are more
super
dexterous.
great. Oh wow, these guys are pretty good though. Oh yeah, he catches the cobblestones and curves right in between a couple buildings. You don't know what caught his attention, but you're glad it's not you.
Does a
You still
drift.
haven't felt anything hit you in the back, Alonzo. That feels good. Um, and the dog is going to attack. You want me to roll random, or do y'all want to make luck checks to see who the dog goes for? Because
Roll
it's a
random.
dog. All right, I will roll random.
Well, it'd
Alonzo,
be
you
better
want
for
low or
me if
high?
it did luck. Lower high.
Now I'm
It'd be
asking
better for you
Low.
if it was
Alonzo.
luck. I
Alonzo,
think.
do you want low or
Oh,
high, Alonzo?
I'll take high then. She
High.
said low. I'll take high.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
sorry.
The dog comes right at you. Um,
Well, remember, I was waiting to attack it if it
yes,
closes.
yes. You did. You drew your weapons and you maneuvered last round. You can fight back, but you won't get like a preemptive strike. You know what I mean?
That's fine. Point
Sorry.
is, it has to go through the blades to get
It
to me.
does. So, do you want to fight back, or do you wish
Yeah, I'll
to
do.
dodge?
I'll probably use fighting. Should be
Okay.
better.
So give me the fighting. Might roll my attack. Okay. How'd you do?
See. Working on it now. Got to switch up what number I'm calling for.
Oh, that's right.
I rolled 100. That's terrible.
You rolled 100. No.
Yeah,
Um. Okay.
No.
So there's a
I
fumble.
thought your dice were bad.
I rolled a
Mine are terrible.
79, so it snaps at you, and you manage to hold it off. I don't think there are rules for a fumble actually fucking you up really badly. But what we're gonna say is, give me a dex check.
Okay.
Wow, that was surprisingly lucky.
That's a hard success on Dex.
My dice, hard success. So you do not lose your sword. The sword it gets you on this right arm. You got a freaking crossbow bolt sticking out of that arm. As you go to defend yourself, the dog like gets you like this and does like this, and then you manage to shake it off, but it doesn't injure you. But you almost lost the sword, and if you failed the dex check, the sword would be on the ground right now. Loren Hutton, you are muted. You are still muted. As you look behind you, you feel like crap and you start trying to stumble away. And as you look over your shoulder, one of the dogs runs right past the alley, and you're like, yes. And then the other dog goes and rushes right at you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you want to fight back or do you want to dodge?
I'm gonna have to attempt a fighting brawl.
All right. You don't have any weapons in your hand
No,
currently, so
just
you're going to be
swinging.
punching. Um, you are wearing armor. I believe everybody armored up every time they
Yes.
left in this during this investigation. So, make me a roll, please, to fight back.
Failed.
God damn it! How'd you do?
Failed.
So did I. Yes, the two of you scuffle with each other, and then it is your turn, Lauren Hutton. Wait, no shit. Yeah, the dogs are in. We're at the dogs, so the dogs are attacking. It's your
I
turn,
was after
Lauren.
Alonzo, or are we not?
No,
It was the
I
dog's
know what
turn.
I'm doing. It was the
Yeah.
dog's turn. He was fighting back. We're towards the bottom of the round right now. Lauren, what are you doing?
I'm gonna attempt to. I don't want to pull a blade and cut the dog.
These are some nasty, ugly-looking dream dogs. Don't forget.
Yeah. You
It's
know,
not like a friendly dog. It's like a
Screw
dog
it.
trained to kill.
I am pulling my scimitar,
Okay.
and I will attempt to attack it.
Okay. It will fight back. Christ.
Failed.
And I got a crit fail. I got a fumble. So the two of you fight. The dog is getting the worst of it. It actually seems to injure itself a little bit
Yay.
as it is fighting you. We will knock one hit point off of one of that dog. At top of the round is Alonzo, is Fernando, who is dilly dallying with a lovely lady. Alonzo, what do you want to do? You're still armed. The dog's attacking you.
Yep. I will stab it.
Okay, make me a roll. The dog will fight back.
Uh,
God damn it!
here.
Does this die just have nines on it?
There.
That's an extreme success.
Extreme success. Okay, with a bladed weapon, that's an impale. So that's full damage plus damage. So max damage plus roll your damage.
Okay, so let's see.
I've rolled a 93, a 99, and a 97. My last three rolls.
Oh,
Keep 'em up.
No,
I've rolled 100, so
Yay!
you rolled
I wanna-
one. I rolled three.
so 6 plus 1 is 7. So the base damage for the weapon is 8 plus, well, D8 plus 1, so that gives me 9.
9
And
plus.
then I roll 6, so I add plus 1 to that too, right? So I'm rolling
Yes,
a normal damage
yes,
roll.
yes, yes, yes.
So that's 7.
So
So,
9,
9
7,
and 7
16.
makes 16 total.
Okay. You want to describe the killer, or do you want me to? Because it is definitely dead.
Okay, hold on. Whoops, I just did something wrong there. Okay, good. I will basically, just since it's got its arm around one wrist,
hmm
hand gauntlet up into the mouth, blade through the bottom of the throat and out the skull,
Okay.
twist, withdraw.
Messy. And yes, so blood splatters on you. Miss Eldridge, make me a luck check.
Sir.
But it's dead. It's like, and it just it stops. No, you get blood. You get a lot of blood on you too. Um, so, because you were very close, ready to support, and it looks like he is taking care of this dog. It goes limp in his arms. He withdraws the blade and drops it. And you.
I'm not dropping the corpse, by the way. I've
Oh,
still
you're
got
not.
it in
You
my
still
other
got
hand.
the corpse. Okay, you've got the corpse.
Free the sword, but I've got
Shield.
the corpse in my other hand. You're
Okay.
damn right.
Okay. What do you want to do, Isabella? You realize you have your back to
So
a man
there's
with a crossbow. Don't forget.
and there's another dog
That's
coming
why-
at us too, or
No, you both saw the other dog swing into run into
Okay.
between a couple buildings to your left.
Not sure why, but I got a pretty good guess as to what's over there.
yeah, we don't see Loren, I assume, but
No. So what do you want
yeah,
to do?
okay. Well, I guess I turn because the crossbow guy is behind us,
He's behind
right?
you. Yes.
So
You
I'm gonna
to
turn
deal with.
180.
You're still both like on the ground. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're real low. You spin around, he's
Yeah.
gone. You don't see him up there at the head of the street.
Okay. Okay. Whew. I guess maybe I even take a second to like look around and see if he might be hiding
Sure, give me a listen
anywhere.
check. Give me a listen. You're looking as hard as you can down that direction.
Not spot hidden.
Not spot hidden. Give me a listen.
Okay.
Trust me. You gotta trust me.
All right.
Aaron knows. Aaron knows.
I already know.
Oh,
I already know.
that's a 10.
10?
That no matter what
That's
my
a
score is,
success,
that's
yeah. You can let me know if it's an extreme
real
or hard.
good.
It's probably a hard success. I mean, I think it's a hard even if you don't have any points.
Yeah. Hard success.
Hard success. You see nobody, but you do hear behind you now because you turned around. You hear the sound of a fight. Back down the street. There you go. All you've done is turned
And
and
does it
looked.
sound like a
Here-
fight, like a dog?
It sounds like, yeah,
And
it's a
Loren?
struggle. Somebody's struggling. Loren, are you like, ah, ah,
I mean,
ah?
are there
I don't know if
growls and
I don't know
like?
if he's yelling.
Are you just being quiet and you're just trying to stay alive?
It's more probably grunting. but
Okay,
not
yeah,
yelling.
there's grunting. There's the
I
scrabble
assume
of,
the dog's growling too.
there's scrabble. Yeah, there's some growling. So yeah, what do you want to do? You still have
Okay.
movement left this round if you wish to take it.
Yeah, I guess Alonzo's fine. So for now, I'm just gonna
Just covered in blood.
take my weapons and in my hands and run over to Loren
yeah.
to try and help
You
him.
run down the street. You can get to the edge of that building. As you get to the edge of that alley, you can see, yes, Loren is in a toe-to-toe fight about 30 or 40 feet down that alleyway with this dog. He has a scimitar in his hand, and we're gonna see how he's doing. Loren, the dog attacks you again. Do you want to fight back or do you want to dodge?
Attempting fighting brawl.
Okay, give me a fight.
Ooh,
How'd you do? I missed.
I missed.
You missed too? Okay, yeah. There's a scuffle going on. There, he's slashing at it. It appears that he's not getting good blows. Dog's trying to bite him. It's not getting any. It's not getting any. It's grabbing at his tabard or it's tearing at his armor. The two of them are you don't see any blood as of yet. Hutton, you're up.
Swinging.
Okay, it'll fight back. God damn it. I'm so sick of this thing.
I failed.
Okay, that'll get him going. Okay. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss. They're struggling, but neither one of them's giving up. Alonzo, top of the round.
So I'll move down to where I saw Coldwater last.
Okay, so you have the dead dog kind of in your left hand, right? And you got your
Yeah.
you have a dagger in that hand still? A knife?
Yeah.
How are you holding both? Can you give me a visual?
The knife is basically just in the corpse.
Okay. Well, you killed it with your sword, remember?
Yeah, and I withdrew the sword.
Okay.
It was biting at my other hand, so since it was gripping at my wrist,
Okay,
basically just slide wrist down toward throat, knife basically holding it essentially by the head.
All right, so you're using this dog as a shield. Or you've got it in this left hand.
Yeah.
You got your sword in the right hand. You have blood down the front of you. Blood is starting to ooze out from this crossbow bolt in your right arm. And blood is starting to ooze down your left. Yeah, you got a lot of blood on you. How fast do you want to get down there? It's 40 yards. You could get down there by walking. Do you want to run?
As fast as I can manage it.
Okay. Yeah, you
I want
can
to see
run.
if I can see. It looks like he's run. It looks like he's run off. I want to see if I can see which
you
way
don't
he
have
went.
a major wound or anything, so you can run. You run down there to the side of the building. Look around. You do see a man running up the street. He's got a good lead on you at this point. He's had at least a couple rounds to run, and he's full out sprinting up Craft Street. No, wait, Knowledge Street. With this crossbow in his hand. People are getting out of his way. They all seem kind of surprised. A few people are like, "What? Where's the guard?" You know, that kind of thing. But he's making his way up that street at a dead run.
Okay, I'm going to follow him at the run, and I'm going to be shouting, "Stop that man! He's a murderer!"
Okay. Stop that man! He's a murderer. Can you give me a persuade? Or I'll take a fast talk. I mean, you're not. You're not lying.
No, I'm not. As far as I know, he's a murderer.
Yeah, persuade. Can you give me persuade?
Probably not.
Let's see if the hue and the call will go up very quickly.
Actually, yes. Holy shit.
No. You rolled a d8.
Oh, of course I did. No wonder I succeeded.
Whoops. I don't have the dice roller open. You
Yeah.
roll damage. 51. That's not it. Okay. So people are slow to take up what you're putting down. You're yelling, "Stop that man, he's a murderer." People are like, "Wait, what?" And they seem more surprised than convinced. You know what I mean? You're catching people off
Well, if I stay,
guard.
but if I stay on his trail and keep doing this,
Oh yeah.
eventually somebody like
Eventually
one of the
somebody's-
guards or something will
Oh
hear
yeah,
me.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. Um,
That's the best I got right now.
oh, what is his movement rate? You're an 8. Is that correct?
Yep.
What is he?
Yes.
Okay. Man, this guy seems like he's pretty fast. He seems like he's a sprinter. Isabella, what do you want to do? You're facing this in this alley. You've got Hutton. They're kind of moving around, but Hutton's mostly away from you. You got a dog in front of you. What do you want to do?
Fight. I
You gonna
want to
fight it? All right.
stab it,
Let me
slice
see
it.
if the dog notices you real quick. Oh, they don't
I
have
think
any
with my
stats.
rapier
It's gonna
because
be-
it's
Okay.
got more distance.
You'll get one attack without it noticing, so it won't get to fight back or anything if you want to come in and try to stab
Cool.
it. So give
Yeah,
me a roll.
I'm coming at it from behind for
Yeah.
sure. So
Yeah.
rapier. Come on. Oh no. Very bad no.
You
That's an
swing and a miss.
86.
Tink, you
Damn
hit
it.
the ground. You know, you like tink on the cobblestone alleyway. You're like, wow, cobblestone and alleyway. That's pretty fancy. But that's a miss. The dog knows you're there now. And it, okay. We'll keep you as low, Miss Isabella. It continues to harass Loren Hutton, though. Hutton, you want to fight back?
Yep.
You're using fighting brawl with a scimitar?
I'm.
You
No,
should be-
I'm.
You're
Yeah.
using scimitar for a scimitar.
Yep, I'm still missing.
So am I. Okay, they're still playing this game, or they're trying to get claw fist on each other, whatever. Hutton, you're up. What do you want to do?
Land.
Okay, we'll fight back. 2 people.
Nope.
Nope.
His fighting brawl might be a little bit better than his scimitar,
He's
though,
got to
too.
drop his scimitar, though.
It
you
would
do?
be. I failed.
You failed. So did it. So the fight goes on. Fernando, give me a luck check.
Oh, boy.
We'll try to get you involved in this sooner or later.
Oh, I got it. I rolled a 31. Is a success.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm shouting to half the damn city, so hopefully he'll
This
hear me.
lady who you've been flirting with, who seemed very friendly.
She started it. She started
did.
it.
She did start it. Yes, she did. She was like, "Well, hello," and you're like, "Well, hello, ho ho."
Exactly.
And it kind of
You
went
can't
from there.
resist.
And you've been gone. Just maybe we should have some lunch somewhere up in the High District. I got this, or whatever. However you want to flirt with this lady. She's
Right.
like, you're gonna go have lunch with her. You haven't heard from your friends. Nobody's called you on your hat, so everything is fine. And
Yeah.
this man runs by. Just
Nobody's
runs by
called you on your hat.
almost like
I love that
runs
sentence.
into the two of you, and she's like, "Oh, how rude."
Can I do a spot check?
Do me a listen check first.
Okay. All right.
By the way, I will discard the dog.
There's
I'm
yelling.
kind of
coming.
focused on what she's saying up for a little
You're
bit.
discarding
but I
the dog. Yes, you can discard the dog for free at any
Once
time.
it became a chase,
Oh
I
my
need to
God!
drop
That
that weight.
man killed a dog. Anyway, Fernando. Yes, your lady friend has pulled you up close to her. Oh dear! And you hear there's a ruckus coming from the way that he went, and your best assumption is somebody was part of a fight. Yeah, I will give you a spot hidden. You
Okay,
can have,
I
you
rolled.
can have a spot
I made a
hidden.
regular success.
This man.
Did I notice his crossbow in his hand?
I got a picture. You did notice a regular success. You didn't notice a crossbow in his hand.
Okay.
NPCs. Here we go. Here's our guy. Here's our perp. There he is. There he is. Not a handsome fellow at all.
He looks like Rhea. Is it Rhea Perlman?
I don't. Oh, Rhea
Yeah.
Perlman. Yeah. So that's our perp. He runs by. He almost ran into you and your lady friend. She's startled. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's a ruckus behind him. Obviously, it was a fight somewhere. He is carrying a crossbow, which is unusual. I've never seen one of those.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, you
you
didn't
said
make-
I didn't notice. You
That's
said
right.
I didn't
That's right.
notice
That's right.
that.
You had a regular success.
Yep.
You notice what he looks like.
I just caught his picture.
could-
I just caught a glimpse
yeah,
of the guy.
You catch his face. Your lady friend pulls
Oh, we didn't
herself.
know what he looked like before.
Well, yeah,
So,
yes, you did. You,
guy.
Isabella, and Alonzo both have gotten when the guy shot at Alonzo, you both got a good look at him.
Yeah, but
Loren did not.
Fernando doesn't.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. So,
Yeah.
the lady friend pulls you up close. Ooh. Uh, so yeah, Fernando, we're gonna call that your round. As you are doing all this stuff, Alonzo, you are still in pursuit. Dun dun dun.
Yep.
Um, um, make me a spot hidden, Alonzo.
Okay. Yes.
There you go.
In fact, that's a hard success.
Great. Hey, that's Fernando up ahead with somebody you don't recognize. That's Fernando up ahead of you there. So,
Okay.
yeah, what do you want to do? As you're running directly towards him. He just came out from Explorers Avenue, on the corner of Explorers
Okay.
Avenue and Knowledge Street. Your perp has reached the bridge and is running across. Um, as you
So
are
I'll yell.
shouting,
I'll yell to
go ahead.
yeah
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him. Jimenez, that's our man. Stop him.
No, you don't have to make a roll for listen for that. It's
All
directed
right.
at you. He's yelling at the top of his lungs.
Huh?
He's not.
Huh?
That's our.
Yeah, you
First
look.
of all, that's our man.
You see
Stop him,
Alonzo.
and then he's got a crossbow. Careful,
Okay, that's what he yells at
in
you
that order.
as he approaches. He's not quite. He doesn't. He's not quite to you yet, but he's like real close.
Okay.
And your girlfriend is like, "Let's go get something to drink." Anyway,
Girlfriend.
well, whatever. His lady friend,
Ready?
Isabella. You're up.
Yeah.
There's a dog in front of you trying
Uh,
to gut Loren
I
Hutton.
mean,
It is now on
same
the
thing.
defensive, and it is facing off with both of you.
Yeah.
It
I'm
will fight
stabbing.
back.
Same thing.
It will fight back this round. Ooh,
Oh. Well, that's a 31.
I got a hard success. Not an
Uh,
extreme, but I did get a
don't
hard.
think
How'd you do?
31 out of 20.
Out of 20 is a fail. It attacks you. So it bites you this round. Does it have a? Oh, it does.
Heck.
You have armor on. Don't forget you have armor on. What have you guys got? Boiled leather?
Yeah.
I think that does 1d3 or 1d4.
That written somewhere?
It should be, but it might not be. Give me a moment. Here we go. Boiled leather does a d6. Kevin, I was wrong. Chainmail does a d8.
I did it.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Minus 1d6, yeah.
Isabella,
Oh, and helmet.
4 points of damage. So, roll me a d6.
Boo.
Hold on, roll a d6 first. If you roll higher than a 4 or higher, then you don't take any damage.
I rolled a 6.
You roll a 6, you don't
Shit.
take any damage.
Oh,
Your
that's
armor
good. Oh,
protected
okay.
you against that much damage. It tears at your armor
I see.
without injuring you. It has
Look
not
at-
attacked yet, so it will attack you again, Isabella. It takes its and do you want to fight
Fair
back
enough.
or do you want to dodge?
Fight back.
Okay,
Why not?
make me roll. Finally get a hit and I don't do damage. So sad.
That's the story
Oh,
of armor,
God.
though.
Nope.
No, I missed two. So you're now engaged with this thing. Hutton, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna swing.
Okay. When you attack it, it hasn't turned its back completely to you, so it will fight back again. How do you?
Miss.
Same with it. So the battle in the alley continues. Alonzo, top of the round.
Top of the round.
Yep.
Our perpetrator's running. What's your speed, Alonzo?
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. Unless you just want to walk
I'm
off with
at
a lady
85.
friend and have a nice drink
No.
somewhere.
Well, you said Alonzo, so
Ah,
that's
damn it,
why.
You're right. You're right. Fernando, I apologize. Fernando,
Okay,
it's your
that's-
turn.
that's
I'm
why I was
sorry.
like, top of the round.
I didn't even
my
catch
deck's
that.
pretty
Yeah,
damn
top
good.
of the round.
So yeah, I turn to the lady and I go, "Excuse me," and I'm taking off after this guy as
All right.
fast as I can go.
What
and
is
my
your
movement
movement?
rate is a 9.
9. Okay. So you're sprinting after this guy
No.
too. Alonzo's
Give me
yelling,
1 second.
"Okay, stop that man! He's a murderer! Stop that man! He's a murderer!" Um, and it's his turn. Doggone it.
He's probably doing that though. Honestly,
assume that. and we'll come back to this
Yeah.
as if we're in two different fights. And we're gonna go
Yeah.
back to the dog fight with Isabella. Bum bum bum.
Okay.
Does this dog have any armor?
Turn again? Or
There we go.
I'm back.
Welcome
Oh.
back. What do you want to do, Alonzo? Hold on, Isabella. He's back. He
Sorry.
got back very quickly.
I realized why it was so warm in here, and then I realized the thermostat needed to be reset.
Oh, geez.
There's
I have
hot
to
air
do the
coming out
opposite.
from the vent
So
right here.
Fernando
So I just went over and fixed the thermostat.
took off after this guy. He's slightly ahead of
Okay,
you.
well, I'm still. That's fine. I'm still trying to run this guy down.
And he's like pulling ahead of you. Because he's a little
That's
faster
fine.
than you. Chasing this
Okay.
guy. You guys are running
Okay.
across the bridge.
I'm a little fast guy.
Oh, that's right.
so-
You're little. I forgot about that. The Bridge of Knowledge Street. And Alonzo is yelling, yeah, stop that man, murderer, murderer, that kind of
Murder.
thing.
The exact same thing that happened to us just the other day.
Isabella, you're up.
and comfy. All right. Same thing. Rapier.
Okay,
Stab.
you'll fight back.
Oh. Nope.
Okay,
Dang
it
it.
also failed.
Maybe
You
I should
guys are
just
at a
do something else
impasse.
instead.
The dog is going to attack you this round, so do you want to fight back this round, or do you want to dodge? Isabella, do you want to fight back or dodge? It's
Oh,
attacking you.
sorry.
It's following your
Um,
attack up with an attack. Decide
I'm so sick
quickly.
of this rapier. I don't know.
Fight back or dodge?
I'll try one more time.
All right, you're fighting back.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
26.
I think
Ooh,
your rapier's 20, isn't it?
I-
Yeah.
my rapier is not enough coins, I assume.
There's only 4 out. There hasn't
Dang
been a
it.
lot of role play yet because it's been almost all action.
Okay. Dang,
Well, I
that
missed
was
as
so
well,
close.
so no harm, no foul. Loren Hutton.
I'm going to attempt it again.
All right, it's fighting back, as animals tend to do. God damn
God damn it.
it. I'm rolling
Why are we all
80s now.
failing? We're not getting anywhere.
It's an intense fight, but yes, nobody's actually landing blows on each other. Fernando, you are maintaining, but he is running still.
Okay.
He is off of Knowledge Street. He busts off to the right, goes between a pair of buildings into an alleyway, and you lose sight of him for a moment. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
as he goes around the corner, he's gone for a couple seconds at least as you try
What?
to pursue.
What street was I on at first, and then
You were on
Where did I
Explorers Avenue and Knowledge Street. You've crossed the bridge, and you're up. Remember, you don't have a map at your disposal.
I know I'm trying to like write notes so I can remember
And
later.
you're on Knowledge Street and River Row is where you're going to run across. Is where he crossed over onto River Road just for a short time to run in front of a building and into an alley. Kevin, and you're not done yet, Alonzo,
Mhm.
but I want you to give me another persuade check on your turn. Because you're still
Persuade.
shouting murder, murder, murderer, stop that man, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Fernando, what are you doing?
I am.
I'm sprinting after this guy as well.
Okay.
Still no
Like,
luck on persuade.
am I
am I
not
gaining-
a persuasive person.
You're not really gaining at this point. We're gonna throw some
Okay.
obstacles in front of people and see who it slows down. Alonzo, people are reacting. They're just not reacting fast enough right now. You know what I mean? They're like, "What?" Other
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, murderer," and they're trying to see who you're chasing. Some of them look at Alonzo. Some of them look at the next guy. But it's you guys are sprinting hard and you're running past people before they can really do anything about it or stop this guy. You see Fernando run across. He crossed at the other side of the bridge. He crosses into an alley on River Row. Are you going to pursue there? You're losing ground to these two. They're fast, but you're not losing like a lot of ground. You're just losing a little.
Can I guess where that alley might come out?
He only went down one building. This street continues on straight, and he had to kind of jig, and then go into an alley.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
see what I'm saying is, if I can try to loop around and see maybe if
Yeah.
I can come out to the other
If you
side.
want to head up, if you want to continue heading up the road straight ahead, and then start bearing to your right between buildings at some point, yeah, you might be able to get up on this guy. People are getting out of your way as you're just running down the street yelling murderer, murderer, murderer. Yeah, There is some stuff in this alley, Fernando. So next round, each of you is going to have to make a check to see who can get by it without being slowed. Isabella, you're up. You're sick of your rapier,
Uh,
but what are you going to do about it? Anything? Or
what happened to my rapier?
Nothing. You're just sick of it. You said. I'm sick
Oh,
of this rapier. Um,
yeah, I'm sick of it.
what do you want to do?
Okay. I almost want to just like kick it or something.
You
That'd be a
can. You can
brawl,
use a
right?
fighting brawl if you want. That'll do a D3 plus your damage
Yeah.
bonus in
I mean,
damage if you hit.
I have my dagger too,
Yeah, you got your
but
dagger in your other hand because you drew both weapons to deal with it before.
will
If
that
you
do
use your
more damage
if you
than
use your
kicking it?
if you use your dagger to do a D4 plus your damage bonus, it's in your offhand, so that will require a penalty die because you're
Okay,
not
I'm gonna kick it then.
ambidextrous. Okay, yeah, you can just
I'm
kick
gonna
it.
I'm gonna
Make
try
me
to
a fighting
kick
brawl.
its leg out.
It's
Well,
gonna try to bite
actually,
your
it has
leg.
4 legs.
Just make a fighting brawl, and it will try to bite you back.
Okay. Maybe I just kick it in the body.
Maybe.
Oh, nope. 93.
I got a hard success.
Yikes.
So I need you to roll your armor. That's a D6 versus the 4 points of damage that as it bites the leg that kicked it.
5.
Okay, no damage. Stupid armor. And it's
Yay.
going to try to bite you. So you need to make me a fight back with your try to kick it again, or you need to dodge. Which do you wish to? Or you can try to
Me?
fight it with your rapier. Yes, it's still fighting you. It's focusing more on you than on Hutton right now.
Okay. I'm gonna try and kick it again.
Okay, give me a fighting brawl.
Sit. Hang on.
Oh, that damage would have gone through the armor. Damn
Where did it go? Oh no, I lost it.
Hutton, are you going to attack
Hang
it?
on.
You look for that, and then I'll keep this roll. You're
Oh.
muted.
You muted yourself, Sean.
Oh my God.
You're still yeah.
I'm muted. I am going to just attempt to just full on like field goal kick this thing in the
You're
side.
going to try to kick it, so fighting brawl for you too. Okay, make a roll. It's going to try to bite you back.
That was a success.
Just a regular success.
Regular success.
I got a hard success as it bites you
Uh-oh.
for the whopping 3 points of damage. Check your armor first.
Do I still get the point for the fighting brawl because I did technically hit it? Or is that not a success because it beat me?
Say it. I don't
I
think
don't
it's
know.
a success.
We'll have to look it up later, but I don't think it's a success since it actually did the damage.
I won't mark it.
So, do me an armor check. I only did 3 points of damage.
I got a 5.
Yeah. Okay. So the fight in the alleyway continues inconclusively. Fernando, the perp. Let's see how he did. Let's give him. He needs a dex check to get over this stuff in the alley that's in the way. It's a big pile of boxes that somebody has placed here.
Give me.
Oh
dex
damn it!
checks.
You have a high dex, don't you? Wait a minute. Oh yeah. God damn it! 99. Son of a bitch. Okay, he is slowed by it, but he makes it across.
And
Actually,
I rolled a regular success.
He he stopped. He tried to climb over it before you got there. He gave up. And you see that he is like click. Oh wait, so you get there as he is loading. He doesn't go. He is loading. He will be loading this round.
I want to tackle him.
You're going to tackle him. All right. He's going to try to beat the hell out of you with the butt of the crossbow as you come at him. So that'll be a D6 if he hits. That's all.
I rolled an 04 with a fighting brawl, right?
I rolled
so that
01
I rolled
with a fighting brawl. Sorry, man.
I roll. Say it's an extreme success.
It would have been an extreme, but an 01 beats it. Woo! Finally, a decent hit. So that's going to bypass your armor. It's only a D. Oh, he does have a damage bonus. 6 points of damage.
All right.
Is that more than half? Is that half or more?
Yes.
Woo, you went to tackle him. As you hit him and knock him back against these boxes, he just brings the butt of that crossbow down on the back of your head. Hard. Make me a con check,
No
or you're
armor?
going to get knocked out. I rolled an 01. 01's bypass armor. That's a critical success.
What do you want me to roll?
I want you to roll a
con.
con check, please.
I rolled a hard success.
Hard success. You do not pass out. You were trying to tackle him. Give me a dex check to stay on your feet. Otherwise, you crash into him and you go to the ground prone. You're still conscious.
I rolled an extreme success for the dex.
So you
check.
basically slam into him, and the two of you are kind of, and then he went wham, and you were like, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christi,
Yeah.
or whatever, Madre de Dios.
Yeah. Dios mío.
Dios mío. That's it. Alonzo, you can make it to the end of the alleyway, which is only like 20 or 30 feet from these guys, okay? With a full, with like a double move this round. And so that's going to get you. Yeah, you can see what's going on. Are you still shouting murder, murder? There's a big pile of like crates at the end of the alley that it's going to take. You have to climb over. Somebody's got to climb over it. You know what I mean? To get through this alley.
Yeah. If we've trapped him, then there's no need to keep shouting right now.
That's fine. So, and that's going to take up your round to get there. You're in the alley, covered in blood, sword in one hand, dagger in the other, and you see Alonzo and him appear to be like wrestling at where these crates are. I'm all blurry. Isabella. Meanwhile, back at the dogfight.
Oh my God,
What do you want to do?
there's a very loud helicopter. I am gonna
helicopter.
freaky. I'm gonna try to kick it again.
Okay, it will fight back.
Yes. What else? Possibly do.
I finally did damage in this freaking fight. Awesome.
I rolled another 26.
As a
Wait.
miss.
Wait.
You have a coin, right?
I have a coin, right?
You do have a coin.
Because
yeah. That'll make it a
my brawl
success,
is higher.
right?
My brawl is 25, so
that is a hit. Roll me damage.
yeah, just barely. Yay.
Is it D4? D4 is
one.
It's a D3. She's kicking it plus a damage bonus if you have any.
One
damage
D3
bonus.
plus.
okay.
No, that's
So it's
just
just
one
a
D3.
1d3.
So that's a D6, right?
Yep.
D6 divided by 2.
Which is a D6.
Yeah, just roll divided by 2, round up.
Okay, that's a 4. So
2 points of damage. You kick it. Yeah, you're not sure if you heard it though.
Yay.
It doesn't seem like it slows it down any, and then it attacks you. Do you want to fight back? Do you want to dodge?
Isabella, fight
this
back.
is you.
I know. I'm thinking.
Don't think. You can't think. You just got to make a decision quick. These rounds are 5 seconds long. Fight back. Perfect.
Fight back. Fight back.
Okay.
Fail.
And it didn't injure you. Hutton, are you going to attack this thing?
I'm brawling it. I'm gonna just punt.
I thought that was the 0 in the right place. It's a 0
Dang
in the
it.
wrong place. Yeah, it missed you too. So the fight remains inconclusive in that alley. Fernando, you badly. Was that a major wound? That was a major wound. You're badly injured. You think he basically.
Major wound.
It was a blunt boom, but you still feel blood coming from the back of your head. What do you want to do?
I'm going to pull out my hatchet and I'm going to attack him.
Okay. He's going to try to fight back with this crossbow in his hand. It is not as effective.
I got a regular success.
He is fighting brawl. He got a regular success, which means you win since he fought back. He is wearing some armor. Not much, doesn't look like.
Where did I write down the damage for these hatchets?
I don't know. It should be right there.
It should be. I didn't write it down.
Okay.
I think it's I don't know.
Tomahawks, right?
Yeah. D4.
It's probably more than that. Tomahawk does a D6 plus 1 plus your damage bonus.
Yeah, D6.
D6 plus 1 then. Okay.
6.
Okay. Where's his hit points? Here we go. Ouch! Oh, you hack into him. There's blood that spurts out. He goes, ah! You fight an innocent man. Alonzo, what are you saying? I mean, what are you doing? You're up. Fernando just cut this guy.
I'm behind him. So he said, "You're fighting an innocent man."
He screams that out.
Okay. Well, then,
What do you
from
want to
where
do?
I am, well, then, if you're innocent, stop fighting and we'll talk.
Do you do anything on top of that?
I'll wait to see what he reacts with.
Okay. He is going.
But what I'll say is actually put the crossbow down and we'll talk.
Okay. Where is Donald? There he is. Okay. Isabella. We're gonna jump. Actually, we're gonna finish this and then we'll jump to Isabella. He does put the crossbow down. He drops it. He draws his sword. And then he tries to hack Fernando down with it. So Fernando, do you want to fight back or do you want to dodge? Yeah. This you realize he's like, I'm innocent, as he is trying to kill Fernando.
Then I'll attack him. I'll move in and attack him.
You're gonna have to wait till next round, Alonzo. But you are at the top of the next round before him, so.
I got a hard success for my dodge.
Oh no. I got an impale with his sword. It's not a crit, but it is a lot.
It doesn't have to be a lot.
It can be.
Okay. It doesn't have to
so
be.
Give me your armor. It's 12 points of damage. So how much does the armor soak of that mess?
It's D6, right? And I mend out. I rolled a 1.
11 points of damage to Fernando. He runs you through.
God, are you dead?
Yeah, that's a lot. Is that more hit points than you had?
Yeah.
No, is that total more hit points than you have?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You see the blade come out of Fernando's back, and then the man pulls it out, and Fernando crumples to the ground. We'll deal with that in a moment, Fernando. We're gonna do the fight in the alley, and then Alonzo will be up. So Isabella, what are you doing?
Could I try dreaming magic right now?
Yeah, if you want. What do you want to dream up?
Is it possible to dream up like a fireball, to throw?
Really, no. It would probably be way too many.
Okay.
Quick. You need to decide this very quickly. Time is going by very fast.
An arrow to shoot at it, like an arrow. I don't know.
No, you can't have something come flying out of nowhere.
Fine, I'll just kick it.
Okay, you're gonna kick it.
Oh, 15. Yay!
Ah, shit! Now I lost a dice.
That is good. Okay, that's
probably a
regular.
Hold on, I've lost a die. God damn it! The one die I need for this. There it is. Let's hope I don't unplug my computer by accident. Okay. Ow. Fuck. I'm killing myself here. Sorry about that. Okay. 15. What kind of hit is that? Doesn't matter.
Regular.
I missed. So roll me damage.
Okay. That will be a 2.
Okay.
Total.
You kick the dog. Doesn't seem to slow it down and attacks you again. You gonna fight back? You gonna dodge?
Fight back.
Okay. Make me a roll.
Nope.
Okay. I got a success. Regular success for 6 points of damage. So how much does your armor soak?
2.
2? So you take 4 points. It mauls your leg for 4 points of damage. Is that half your hit points?
Not.
No, it's not half your hit points?
Okay.
Isabella, is that half your hit points?
No.
Can you hear me? Okay, so your leg gets mauled. Okay, so mark off those 4 points. Hutton, you're up, I think. Yeah, because it attacked Isabella.
All right, I'm swinging with a foot.
Okay. Any luck?
1.
A 1. Okay. You kick it. That's max. It's not an impale. You're kicking it, so it's just max damage. So
Okay.
D3. So 3 points.
Yep.
Plus, do you have any strength bonus?
Nope.
Okay, so 3 points of damage. Yelp! It lets out a yelp when you kick it. That also O1 bypasses any armor. Um, Now you know what? You kick it in the head. Which seems to dissuade it a little bit. Uh, Although it does not. Actually, you know what? It's going to take off. It runs away with that critical success. Alonzo! Fernando's lying in a pool
Yep.
of blood. Your perp is at the end
And
of the
mine.
aisle, bleeding as well. What do you want to do?
Yep. I'll attack.
Okay, you run up to him. He will fight
Yep.
back.
Let's see how I'm doing here. I've got a hard success with the sword.
Ooh. Sword. Miss. Roll me damage.
Okay.
He's like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
3.
3. Okay. His armor eats up most of that. And then he is going to attack you as well. Do you want to fight back or do you want to dodge?
I've got a hard success. I could make an extreme with a few points of luck if I need to.
Well, we don't use the luck rolls. There are 3 coins in play, though. Is that going to be close enough?
Okay.
Do you want to take
It'll
this?
be 5 points.
Do you want to? Okay, so we can't get to a. That's a hit. You hit him. Roll me damage.
Okay. Four points this time.
4 points. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. You stab him again. Back at the. Oh, the dog took off running.
Yep.
Isabella and Hutton are out of combat. What do you want to do? What's the call here? You have a few moments.
Good question.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Probably collapsing to the ground,
Okay.
trying to hold himself up. But
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. He
That
doesn't
is
appear to be
strange.
injured. Isabella, you don't know what's going on there.
Can I do a first aid
Yeah.
on Hutton?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Be
You
able
can.
to,
Go
right?
ahead. Go ahead. Make a roll. You can tend to him as best you can.
Sending you a message. Ian.
My God. 71.
Okay. Doesn't help any.
My first aid's not quite that good.
Yeah. Alonzo. This guy is bleeding in several places.
Well, if he wants to give up, he can give up.
It's your turn. He hasn't given up yet. So you can
Well,
attack
then
him.
I
He
guess
will fight back. He
we-
has been fighting back every round, too.
I guess we keep going then. Oops.
Ooh.
There you go.
Let's see. That's an extreme success.
Extreme. And I got a hard success. So that's a success for you. Roll me damage. He's like, oh!
Isn't that an impale?
Oh, it is an impale. That's right. If you want to finish this guy, you probably can. You don't have to take it if you want to take him alive. It's up to you. Or you could just run his ass through. That's up to you, Kevin. If it is, it's an impale, and that's max damage plus damage.
Okay, or I can knock him out and call it a day.
No, you can't really knock him out, but you can take lesser damage. You can take just a regular attack, a regular amount of damage.
He took. As far as I can tell, Jimenez is dead.
Yeah, that's what it looked like when that
I'm
sword
not-
came right out
I'm
of
not
Jimenez's
stopping here.
back, and he's like,
So that's
Down.
do I add damage or just a basic damage roll?
it's full damage
So
plus
9.
you add a damage roll.
yeah.
Did you already roll
he-
So
9?
that's 9 plus. So
No,
that's
no,
9
no.
plus 8, 17.
17.
So the base
Well,
the
I'm gonna
base
knock
is
2
9. 'cause
points.
I'll be right back.
It's
I'm
D8
knocking
plus,
off 2
it's
points of
D8
that.
plus 1.
Yeah, I'm knocking 2 points. I
And
believe
then I
you. I'm
rolled
knocking 2
7
points
plus
of that
1.
off for his armor, but that's still 15 points of damage. So, do you want to
Yeah.
behead him? Do you run him through? What kind of a
No,
kill is this? Because
I'll
that's a
run him through.
lot of
It's
fucking damage.
it's the same. It's the same. What he did to Jimenez is what I'm
Just
doing.
run him through and down he goes.
And,
Um,
yeah,
oh, I like that. That's good. I like that, Alon. I like that, Loren. Gonna give you a
and
little
then
coin for that.
once
Oh,
Yeah,
once
he goes
once he
down.
once he, and once he's down, I'm going to immediately attend to Jimenez and see if he's still alive.
Jimenez, has passed. That was more hit points than you even have, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't survive. If anybody does full enough
Well,
damage to do
say,
all your hit
yeah.
points, then you're done. Um,
Even say if I hadn't even taken that hit before, it would have killed me.
so
like,
Jimenez
outright.
wakes up.
Yeah, where he wakes up,
Yeah,
and that,
hold on.
and then time stops for him.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to roll up a new character who can
Yeah.
either be like from this. Or you could bring in a murderer. The murderer of. Think about that. So think about that. I don't. I'm gonna have to remember if Loren Hutton even knew that other guy. I don't know if he was there yet. Do you remember that, Loren? Do you remember the murder of Jack Justice?
Um,
I don't see how the hell he would have got. Well,
I don't remember if he was there yet. I don't know if Sean was playing yet because
Oh,
this was
yeah,
Loren was his first character. Here we go.
yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
for
I don't
this
think
one,
Sean.
Lauren was the first character.
So I don't remember if Sean was there yet or not, but I don't think he
No.
was. So
I
you
don't-
could bring that guy in if you want.
I don't
He
see
could have
it.
stumbled. It's up to you, but that's for
Yeah.
Wait, no.
that's
Wait.
not
He's on the run.
the murder of
That was
Jack
Tex,
Justice.
wasn't it?
That was what? Yeah, Tex. Did you know Tex?
Yeah, I knew Tex.
That's right. You drew his picture.
Oh,
that
yeah,
would be
that's right.
awesome, Aaron. If Tex shows up. So that's up to you. That's entirely up to you.
Yeah, no. He's like I said. He's heading to the Yukon.
Yeah, he's up in the
heading to
Yukon,
Canada.
and he went to bed one night, and he walked down
Oh.
some stairs, and boo, and he's been
Weird Eskimo dreams.
It's up. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. Here we go. Death and injury. All right. Um. A nightmare effect. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay. We'll come back to that. I've got the page open, so we'll come back to when Fernando wakes up. Something is going to happen to him. He might be like, "Ooh." This costs you sanity, and then
Oh.
we have to do an intelligence check to see if you remember all the shit that happened, or if it's, oh man, that was a terrible dream. So keep all this in mind, but we're gonna deal with wrapping up. We're at almost
My
9 o'clock.
dreaming's so fucking low.
So Kevin, Alonzo,
Yep.
You have this guy. You were yelling as you ran in. Some people are gathering around to try to figure out what is going on. Minfred and Gadril show up because they came with you
Okay,
guys
good.
when you walked down to this place, but they were waiting out on the street. So what they probably did was they probably saw you guys run by. You're screaming murderer, 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 and they probably gave chase and fell way behind because they're not real fast. So they show up.
Okay, and
They say, "Do you have?" Minfred goes, "Do you have anything to announce? Like, what
This-
happened?"
this man, indicating basically kicking Coldwater's
Yes,
body
yeah.
with my foot. This man murdered. What was the other fellow's name?
Callery Frickard.
This man murdered Callery Frickard.
A gasp goes up among the crowd. Okay, so there is some confusion for some time. They examine they examine Fernando's body. He has in fact fortunately passed. Guards are called in. There's a lot of rigmarole. At some point, Isabella and Loren Hutton show up. Um, there's questions. The entire investigation goes back to the house, Coldwater's house, where you find some incriminating evidence in the house. As the independent investigator, you're allowed to look in there. You find what appears to be. Where the hell is this?
I mean, I can keep going. I'm awake now. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Saying.
This wraps up fairly. It takes a few hours for all of this to come to light, but you can re-enter Coldwater's house and examine it. They Unfortunately, he's dead, so you're never maybe going to know the reasoning exactly behind this.
He didn't
Uh,
keep a journal
no,
or
he didn't keep a
anything.
diary or anything like that. Down
Come
in
on,
Coldwater. Here we go.
help us tie up loose
You find a
ends.
genealogy thing on the wall tying him to Callery Frickard, just like the ones that you guys had found. You also find,
Did we hear that?
um, uh, let's see. Good lord. No,
I cry
this thing is a
for
mess. For
Fernando's body.
Fernando's body. Oh, poor Fernando. He'll
Cry
be
a lot.
back. Oh, you get to make a sanity
No,
check
no,
when you meet him in the real world. Then what? No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Find
really
the
That'd
though?
be cool.
Okay, I guess she did see my corpse.
She
She
will
saw.
see your corpse at some point during
Yeah.
all of this.
Yeah.
Whenever I see it,
Um,
I will, do the whole dramatic crying over the body thing.
oh my god, I marked this whole thing up and now I can't find the
We were
information.
buddies.
You find some of the nibs, some of the pen um, nibs as
Oh,
well in there. Um,
he
How?
didn't
He
fashion those like
died.
into like the end of his crossbow bolts, did he? And like use
no,
them.
no. Uh, says he
You have to make a new character now? What's that? What's gonna happen? I'm so
he saved the
curious.
unfortunate Fricker.
I don't. Andy gave me
It's kind of a first for me.
I
a
rolled
really
really well.
crazy idea.
It would be cool to bring Tex back, and he has no chance of being arrested for his terrible crimes.
Right.
So
And I.
for at least a little while, So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so
Down
that's
with
up
the
to you,
new
though. That's
player
totally up to you.
character.
It's a
I kind
former
of.
player
Cool.
character who murdered one of the other characters actually in a heat
Yep.
in the heat of passion in a moment.
Yeah. It was a spur of the moment.
Well, spoilers in case he does come back.
Nah,
Don't
not
tell me.
really.
If he does,
Here we go.
it will be
Okay,
announced
here it is. It's
really
on another
quickly.
page. So what you find in here, in addition to the family tree that's been set up, is a rough draft plans of the house, of Frickard's house, and you recognize all those lines that have been drawn on it. Um, um, some chalk that he obviously used to draw the lines in the house. 6 of the expensive steel nibbed pens. Um, After some more investigation, by the end of the day, what you learn is that the markings are like engineering markings to indicate where a door should be put in, where walls should be put in. Um, and there is some speculation that obviously he was adding a bunch of rooms to this place for some reason. And perhaps he thought he was going to inherit this house, and this was the renovations he wanted. The crossbow bolts match the one that was found in Callery Frickard's body. Obviously, this was the killer. There are 2 crossbows. One is in the house. Apparently, he shot one through the front door, and then he just bolted. Um, and then he's got 2 corals full of crossbows as well. Um, so yeah. There's 600 gold coins of Zakarian to divide between you for the successfully finding the murderer. I mean, all this evidence in his house proves this was the killer of Callery Frickard. Obviously, he thought he was going to inherit his property. What he was going to do with it, who knows exactly. But all the chalk marks indicate he was planning lots of major renovations. With what money? This guy has no money
Yeah.
in the house. There's a couple of coins, like a couple of cheap coins. So yeah. So you guys did. Did I not write that down? I thought I wrote that down. Yeah. So you've solved the murder of Callery Frickard. It was basically a relative who killed him because he wanted his house. Nobody's really
Classic.
sure exactly what the story is, but that's a pretty good estimation of what it probably was.
Yeah, we solved the murder at the cost of our own buddy.
Yes, that's terrible. And people in Zakarian mourn with you. There is kind of a big deal with Fernando's funeral. Um, it's a tragic event. Um, yeah, and
Wow.
yeah, everybody can have
mourn.
a D4 of sanity except for Fernando because he died before it could happen.
That's
Fernando,
fine.
A D4 back or loss?
you get 4 points back. You solved the murder. You figured out what it was all about and
Sweet.
why it happened, and All right.
I rolled 3.
So we're going to do
Nice.
this first.
2.
Oh, God. Um. Wow. This is harsh. So, Fernando, he's gone. He's just about to murder his character when he wakes up has a heart attack. Um,
What? He has a heart
oh, this
attack?
is for the resistance table. Maybe. He suffers a dream
Oh.
nightmare effect. He loses a certain amount of sanity. Um, and then, yeah, this was terrifying. Fernando! 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 Okay, are you ready for this?
Sorry.
This could be rough. You could die here, so keep this in mind.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
So first
For the
off,
second time.
you lose 3 points of sanity.
Okay.
Okay? I need you
Okay.
to make a con check
Okay.
and tell me if you
Let
make
me-
it.
Let me mark down my sanity loss
Yeah.
here real quick.
And then we'll figure out if you remember anything from the Dreamlands.
He's not going to remember anything from the Dreamlands. We'll just assume that right now.
No, you get an intelligence check, you might. All right.
Oh, I thought it was a dreaming. I thought it was
no,
a dreaming.
No. It's
check.
an intelligence check, I believe. I'll double check it, but it's not dreaming, no.
Okay, intelligence check is a lot better.
Well, how'd your con check go?
Ooh, con check is a hard success.
Hard success. You do not have a heart attack. You do not have a heart attack when you awaken. Good job. You wake up
That's
like,
something.
what? Yeah, that's how you wake up.
I
It's
mean-
terrifying.
He was ran through. That was
Yes,
the last
it's
thing he remembered.
very,
well, no.
very-
Now we what? Yeah.
Now,
go
hold
and
on.
check
Now we're going to
whether
see
it-
what you remember. Now, you're still going to remember this.
I guess I thought it was a dreaming check to see whether I kept my skills that I learned from the dream.
I'm pretty certain it's an intelligence check.
Okay.
Here he goes. Idea roll, which is intelligence, I believe. Isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to make an intelligence check. If you succeed, you made it. Nothing changes. You remember everything that happened. Everything. Yeah. You wake up.
Including what it felt like to die, I
Yeah.
assume.
Ooh, that's why you lost 3
Ugh.
sanity points because
Yeah.
you don't
I'd say
know.
that
You
that
have
would be
no
the
idea
sanity
what
loss.
happened in the Dreamlands, but you're barred from the Dreamlands now because you died there. You can't return, and it's kind of sad. But you're
No,
alive.
not really.
No, you
Not
didn't.
really.
Fernando really didn't love the Dreamlands.
No. Not
Okay, well
really.
he's fine. So put down no Dreamlands on your character sheet somewhere, or note
Okay.
it in your notes somewhere. But you get to keep all your stuff. Dreaming skills
Could I
of
could
no
I
use.
put that under injuries and
Yes.
scars?
Yes, that's perfect actually. Or phobias or whatever.
I like the injuries and scars. It's a scar.
Okay. Yep, there's no scar though. But you did feel your heart
Mental
like
scar.
flutter when you awoke. What the hell? What's his name? Daniel's there. Graves is there. When you
Donald?
awaken, Mr. Hazard is still asleep. Loren Hutton is still asleep on the
Oh.
couches in the room. He takes you out. You seem quite distressed. He takes you to another room. He gets you some brandy. Questions on what happened. So we'll come back to that. Meanwhile, back in Zakarian, in the Dreamlands, you guys are the toast of the town. People are not happy, really that any of this has happened. People are mourning with you of Alonzo's death. But
Fernando.
yeah, damn it. Your names are too close. I'm going to screw them up all the time now.
Yeah.
Go
I'm
ahead.
still
I think it's
alive.
the O.
Yes. So
Oh,
Alonzo,
also,
how
can I-
much damage did you take anyway? Didn't you get hit or not?
5 points.
Oh,
I
that's
took
right.
5.
He took
Crossbow.
And I'm
Five?
gonna at some
Yes.
point I'm gonna try for. Can I do first aid or get first aid from somebody?
You can get actually they're going to admit you into the College of Barber Surgeons.
We should probably
okay.
all go.
So that you can. Well, yeah. If any of y'all are injured, Alonzo's covered in blood. Like at first they're like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
this man is dying," and then they find the only real injury
Yeah.
he had, I
Fortunately-
believe, was the crossbow bolt, right? Which they remove.
Yeah.
And they get working on that. You're gonna go ahead and recover a hit point from the barber surgeon's work, and You didn't take a major wound, so that's going to heal at the rate of 1 point per day. Every morning you'll
Don't you
get a
get
hit point.
don't you get one? Don't you get 1 to 3 for first 1d3 for first
No,
aid?
they changed that. Sixth edition it was 1d3. Seventh edition it was one
Oh,
point, as well as stopping the bleeding and wrapping the wound. So
okay.
they do. I could be wrong, but that's what we're going to do for now. It's going to take a few days of rest. You're welcome to stay there at the barber surgeon college as long as you wish. For your recovery, they give you poultices to put upon it. They like, should we bleed him? I think he's bled enough. That kind of thing. But they're doctors. They're medieval doctors, Renaissance era doctors, but they do seem to know what they're doing. Isabella, did you get injured?
Mm-hmm.
How badly? Is it a minor
Just
wound?
4 points out of
Oh,
10.
yeah, it's a minor wound. So yeah, you can be admitted as well. They'll take you in there. Um, Loren, they can't figure out what's wrong with him. Loren's show has no wounds on him, but one of his eyes looks like is completely bloodshot, like almost like pink eye. You know what I mean? Like a vein
No,
just burst in his eye or something.
it's a
Um,
ruptured, yeah, blood
yeah.
vessel.
So they are admitting him if he cares for that admission. Loren Hutton, are you still on the phone? No, he can't hear me.
I
He doesn't have
assume
his
he can't
headset.
hear
He's
us.
still he's got trouble at work probably. So
Yeah.
he's admitted as well and put under the care of barber surgeons. Everybody can make me an intelligence check if you want to remember something real quick. Well, the two of you can. Fernando's back in the waking world. He's got his guns, and while they're making this roll, Graves has a room prepared for you to go and finish sleeping the night if you wish.
Yes.
That was a
I got an
Isabella, no?
extreme.
97.
I got an extreme success on the intelligence check.
Alonzo, you remember there's some kids back at the hotel room.
Yeah.
Um, Fernando's dead, and the rest of you are in the barber surgeon college. So, I don't know if you want to do anything about that or not,
Not a whole
or
lot I
if
can do about it
or if
other
you think they
than
could take care of themselves. You could whatever.
send a messenger to the inn
You could do that.
to have someone inform them of what happened to Mr. Jimenez,
Okay.
and maybe their expenses can be paid using his credit card.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Message comes back and it's very short. It says we'll be fine, and it's signed Fern. That's
Okay.
the name of the little girl.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't know
Um,
what I mean. He had a source of credit,
yes, he did.
so I don't know if he has any other errors to give it to.
You know,
So why not them?
Loren has one of those too. He's flashed it around some too. Loren, you went to the College of Barber Surgeons after this
Yes.
whole ordeal, and were admitted. They can't figure out what's wrong with you, but
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my message to
I
you.
did. They are examining that eye. They don't know what happened. They're quite confused. You took major wound, and nobody else took a major wound. So Lauren's probably going to be in that college for at least a few weeks, recovering, unless you wish to try to use that. Well, you'll have to wait several hours to use your dreaming to heal yourself, which you can do, or you could just let it play out and let the others have fun in Zakarian for the next few weeks.
I I will attempt to try to heal myself.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what. I'll give you like 2 checks a day because that's like low ball.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna worry about counting. So go ahead and start making me 2 checks a day and tell me how many days before you start healing. Yeah, fails are fine. You don't want to push yourself. You pushed yourself and you don't ever want to do that again. It felt like you were being split from gut to chin, and somebody took a sword into your brain and spun it around. The burst vein in your eyeball will eventually heal. Eyeballs are very resilient, so it doesn't take terribly long. But yeah, um, Loren is going to have to spend quite a bit of time at the College of Barber Surgeons. Tell me when you hit 7
Uh,
or 14 actually, twice a day. I said,
second half of the day, I succeeded
oh, you get a point back
on the seventh. On the seventh day.
on the 7th, so you get a point back for that. Give me a con check and give yourself a bonus die. You're you're under the auspices of people who know what they're doing as far as healing goes.
Hard success.
Hard success. Okay. Let's see. Major wound recovery. You got a hard success. All right. So you're going to get an additional point back. Woo! Does does that bring you back to half?
It yeah, I my healing myself put at above half.
Okay. So after a week, you've got that point from yourself, the point from the barber
Yeah.
surgeons, and after that, your eye has healed by that time, and natural healing occurs at that point. Alonzo and Isabella were discharged days ago because you guys
Yeah.
are there for like 3 or 4 days before you feel fine. You can stay, but you don't have to. You don't feel it's necessary. When you get back, so you two get back. I think Alonzo, you took 5 points. Isabella took
Yep.
4. So Isabella actually heals a little sooner than you do, Alonzo. She's good to go the day before. And Isabella, when you get back to the hotel room, there's so many books in here. Like couple
Hey,
dozen books on various tables. Um, the kids, there's a lot of dishes that obviously were just brought in today, with some kind of a creamy, ice creamy kind of stuff in them. Then apparently the children have not been eating very well while you were gone. But
whatever they want.
you find out that both Fern and Dolphin also have 2 of those platinum card thingies
But I
because
never got one.
you never
Still,
got one
right?
because were not there to divulge the information.
But I got some portion of the gold, I assume. We split it.
Um,
Uh,
Yeah.
that gold was taken back to the room at some juncture. It would have been brought to the hospital. You guys could have said, "Take this to the room." So there's 600
Yep.
coins, 600 gold coins there between the three of you, actually, who are
Yep.
left.
So 200.
So
Yep.
200 gold coins
Uh,
each, 200 securing gold
Also,
coins, and that's
where
pretty.
okay.
did
Go ahead.
where did Coldwater get the crossbow?
Nobody knows. From
And
what you
where
could
did it
piece
And
go?
from the
and where did they end up?
crossbow, has been that stuff has been was seized by the city. If you
Okay.
guys want to
Can I?
investigate the crossbow and the bolts, you can. You're
Yep.
in pretty good
Yeah.
with the city right now and the sages.
Uh,
I'm
in fact,
curious to
once they're
know
done
where
with
he
them,
got it.
Okay, what were you saying? I didn't
because
hear you, Kevin.
once they're done with them, I want to even know where he got it so I could get one, or I want to get one of those.
They know
Because
that he
honestly,
was a soldier, is the information you get, who is from Zakarian and went off, and he was a soldier for a long time, and he came back, but
okay,
no one is sure exactly where he got this weapon. They've examined it. There are 2 of them. If you all wish to keep one, you can. Oh shit! I
I
do have
very
stuff
much wish
here.
to keep one.
Yeah, they'll give you the crossbow and the quarrel of 12 bolts.
Yes,
As
very
part
much
of the
so.
reward. They're Minfred and Gadril are the ones who you've been going back and forth with messages and stuff. And yeah, they bring you a crossbow. It's a light crossbow. Um,
Is it held one-handed?
no, but it's just not. It's not like this big ass thing that you have to. You can just do this. You don't need like a machine to cock it and that kind of thing. Um, you can. It's not a
Okay.
hand crossbow. It's about medium size. You can cock it like this. Put a bolt in
So,
and then fire. It's a one every
uh,
other round shot. One half is the. If you want to write down that the damage is one d
yeah, yeah.
six
Hold on.
plus 2,
Hang on.
and you do need a
Let me
crossbow
Yay,
make a
we have
note
skill.
here.
something almost like a gun.
It is almost like a gun,
Finally.
but it's a crossbow. It starts at base 25%. Because it is a separate
Okay.
weapon as a firearm. You can put it under firearms crossbow. 25% is the base, and that's for everybody. Anybody who wants to try to use it. Damage
Okay,
is
and the damage
Alonzo's
is
the most qualified.
damage is
one
one d
d
six
six.
plus 2.
Why is it not typing? Hang on. Character sheet is being stupid. Okay, there we are.
Firing rate is half, one half, because you fire it, you spend a round reloading, you fire it the round after that. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
The range is 40, so you were just at the edge of close range. Malfunction is a 96, and at point blank range, it ignores armor.
Okay. There's no place to put that on this
No,
list.
there's not. You need to jot that down somewhere else. If you're within, what's your dex? Your dex is super high. If you shoot somebody within 18
85.
feet, Alonzo, no, 85? Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
17 feet. Their armor does not apply. It's got that much torque. It's got that much pressure behind it.
Okay. Got it.
Yes.
So yeah, and honestly, yes, I feel a lot better with a ranged weapon.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
hasn't got a
That's
huge amount of range, but 40 yards is nothing to sneeze at. And
better than
well,
just
40
melee.
yards is 39 yards longer than the sword.
yeah, and it's also if you can get them if they're close enough to you, it'll punch right through armor like it doesn't exist. Um,
Yeah.
so is there anything else briefly that you guys want from Zakarian? You stayed roughly 2 weeks after the incident, this final incident on day 75. Um, where
Mm,
you've found out a lot of stuff,
yeah,
and especially about the Wizard Wilkes, who you're still supposed to try to find.
yeah. So what was the last thing we learned about that?
You know that he
Just that
went.
he passed through here, right?
No, he never came to Zakarian. That's why there
I
was
thought,
not that much information on him in Zakarian. You guys
oh,
came here
okay,
and
right.
tried to
He
find
went,
out stuff, and you did learn a few things, and you learned some stuff about wizards and some about magic and that kind of stuff. But he's never been to Zakarian, as far
okay.
as you
He
know.
went
What we
to,
learned is he was never here.
He was never in Zakarian.
right, but he did go to
He went to Hlanith,
possibly
the
Planis
city
for
state of
sure, and
Hlanith.
Dilathleen
No. There's no word of him going to
there either.
Dilathleen.
Okay.
I believe the other places there were. Did they mention other places? I can't remember if you got that information or
No,
not.
I don't remember them
I
mentioning
don't
anything.
recall.
Okay, Hlanith. You did find
So
out
that's
that he has been to Hlanith at some juncture, and you know that's up the
I
coast.
assume that's where we're at in
Yeah.
our plan to find him
Okay,
is to go there next.
so really quick, do you want to charter a ship to take you to Hlanith and leave Zakarian? I mean, is that a good
Yeah,
plan?
Yes.
Because I want to basically get you guys on en route
Yes.
next before I make any more plans for this campaign.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of
yeah,
plans for it to take a long time for you to deal with this. This isn't like we're going to play this for the next 2 years. But you've got to try to find this guy. And so far,
yeah,
Zakarian gave you information. Zakarian gave you information, but since he never came here, it wasn't as much information as maybe you could get from someplace he's been.
right.
Look at who I
Um,
caught.
that sounds good to me. I think before we
Okay.
leave, at some point during the healing process or
Mm-hmm.
whenever I get out, I definitely want to like go to the library at least or somewhere like that and just kind of read up on some more magic stuff. Like the stuff that I've learned from previous adventures, things about ghouls and
Oh, oh, okay.
seances, maybe.
Yeah, if you guys each want to try to find out one thing that's I don't know if you have any curiosity. Zakarian is the place to do it. Give me a library use check there, Isabella, and then we
I
will.
do. I also have a question.
Yes.
What happened to Fernando's stuff?
Oh, Fernando's stuff will be returned to y'all if you want it.
Yeah.
His clothing, his armor, his weapons, the stone in his hat.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can.
I'll
you
wear
can
the hat.
All that stuff will be this big. Is a big sombrero. But yeah, you can recover all those items. So
I'll wear it occasionally,
Fernando,
maybe.
what just real quick, what did you have, and is there anything that anybody specifically wants besides I'm assuming the stone?
Oh, we
Um,
should give the stone to Alonzo.
Yeah, you could do that.
For now, that's a very good idea.
It's a small piece,
Oh,
and you find out
okay.
that Fernando had kept it in the band of his hat, his sombrero. So
Yeah,
you
he
have
had-
one of the speaking stones, Alonzo.
Oh, okay.
We could turn it
on
into
that,
a.
he had 3 hatchets.
Anybody want those? I mean, if it's not stuff you guys want specifically, it can be just you deal with
Yeah,
it.
whatever. Yeah.
So 3 hatchets.
Oh,
What's the?
Fashionable Zakarian clothes.
Oh yeah, that's
He
right.
had his zebra with the saddle.
There's still a zebra. You guys will probably keep.
We
the
still have
zebra.
zebras.
Yeah, you guys have them
Yeah,
at
let's bring
a
the
stable
zebras.
somewhere in town. There's 2 of them. I believe 2 of you got
Oh.
zebras.
Yeah.
Oh, riding zebras.
Yeah.
Somebody should ride a zebra around here.
a wooden round shield. Why didn't I use my shield any?
You left it in the
Yeah,
room.
let's bring that.
You probably left it in the room. Somebody
and
write
the
it down.
Yeah, a small round shield and then boiled leather armor. So, yeah.
That's the major things that he
I
had.
mean, the armor and the shield will take.
Somebody write it down. If you don't write it
We
down,
could maybe.
it disappears.
I'll write
I don't
down the
care who
shield.
it does. Okay, you're gonna basically hang on to the
Someone,
shield.
someone write down the hatchets.
Shield.
3
I
hatchets.
kind of have a cat handy.
I'll write them down.
Okay.
Yeah,
As long as
little,
somebody's
little
got
trouble
it
I wrote
typing
down
that
the
down.
shield.
I'm not going to remember this, that you have these things in
Yeah.
your possession. Except for maybe the stone.
And
Kevin will make sure that
I
you know
got
that
the
you have the
stone.
stone.
I have a little, my hands are full right now.
One last
And I don't want to let him go because he hasn't taken his pill yet.
Oh,
So
Booster
somebody is going to take their pill when this game is done.
Probably,
Yeah, I got it.
it'll only be a few minutes. Probably it'll cost you a total of 9 gold coins to charter a ship or to get passage on a ship that's going to Hlanith. How convenient
Money.
that number is. 3 each since of your 200.
Do you want us to deduct that?
Yes, we'll keep track of gold coins. Zakarian gold coins, the value is going to fluctuate, but they're pretty rare outside of Zakarian. You guys, and you also still have the Fernando's platinum card has kind of disappeared. Apparently, probably was taken back by the city since he's dead. But you still have Loren's, and you still have Fern and Dolphin. Are they coming with you?
We need to find a place for them. That's what Fernando was trying to do.
Yeah.
You also find that Fern had gotten all those books in, and she was trying to read all of them. So she was doing a lot of reading. And Dolphin is doing a lot of training.
If
Good for them.
the Wizard Wilkes is half as dangerous as we've already crossed, these children are not going to be in a safe place. We need to find a place for them to stay here.
Yeah, it seems like a good city for them, especially for Fern.
Fernando was
Aside
looking.
from the occasional murderer.
I do remember
Say
telling
what?
them of the. I do
Okay.
remember telling them of the 2 temples I found.
Okay, Alonzo, what'd you say?
Aside from the occasional murderer, this city seems pretty safe.
Occasional murderer. It's the first murder in 100 years. Probably not.
That's occasional.
But it's probably not very common.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should leave them with the Temple of Nodens, right? That's what we were deciding
you
on,
can,
I think.
if you want to leave them there. They don't want to go.
If they're,
They want to come with you.
they don't want to.
Okay, go ahead, Kevin.
Somebody is going to get his pill now.
Okay. They want to come with you.
Oh, they do.
They do, but I mean that's up to y'all.
What do we know about Hlanith again? It's safer than Dilathleen for sure.
Hlanith is a
But-
city that resembles cities in the waking
like
world
recording.
very closely. As
By the way,
opposed
hi, Linus.
to
Oh, no.
It's a kitty, so cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
Um,
Hello.
It is said to be closer to
We're
the
gonna
waking
go take
our pill
world,
now.
and so it's more like the waking
No,
world.
we're taking
You've
our
come to
pill now.
Zakarian, it's like
So it's like
you
more
can't lie or they're going to
advanced?
hang you. And there's so many libraries everywhere, blah, blah, blah. But it seems like, from what you can understand from people, Hlanith is more like something you would recognize from the waking world as something that's realistic, maybe? You're not sure exactly
So,
what
like,
they mean by that.
More advanced technology for the
You don't
time
get
or
that-
whatever slightly.
You don't get that impression. You just get the impression that it's more like the waking world. And you can't get anybody to enunciate better because people don't know. A lot of people have never
Okay.
been there. Travel's not a big thing in the Dreamlands. It's very dangerous. You get
Well,
attacked
now
by
I'm not sure.
frizzes.
If they want to come with us, I almost want to let them. If they're going to be safe in that city too, but
You
I
have
don't
no
know how safe.
idea. It's up to y'all. Right
There's
now,
not information at the library on that.
no, you can't find. Nobody knows. Hlanith is
What?
close to the cities of the waking world. You can't be like, oh yeah, there's so many orphanages there. No, you don't find out that kind of information. Or nobody ever dies in Hlanith. You don't find that out. It's like a normal city is what you can find out, like a normal place.
Oh, I just had an idea. What if we actually took one of those rocks and gave it to Fern, or probably Fern, she's more responsible, and then we could talk to them if we wanted to.
It only works
It
in
only
a
works-
mile.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have.
Oh,
Remember, you guys limited it so it wouldn't be so like.
Yeah. I
forgot.
mean, look, it's either we take them with us or we leave them here.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shoot, I had another thing I wanted to tell you guys.
I
You
couldn't.
could always come back in theory. I mean, send a message to
But
them.
once we find the Wizard Wilkes,
We're what you
We're
broke
Cut
up.
leaving.
once we find the Wizard Wilkes, I don't intend for us to stay. I'm not staying.
Aren't you?
Yeah, okay. See what happens.
I mean,
I-
Fernando's already awake by the time
Right.
we awake.
Isabella, did you make that connection that he woke up until this very moment? Are you like,
I don't know.
But it's up to you.
You
Whatever
want me to roll for it or
no,
something?
No, you can decide. You can either be like, oh, that's right. Or you can be like, oh, yeah. You know, however you want to react to that.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
depends
I
on
think
how you feel.
I'll just realize it now. Then.
Okay, so how do you
Okay.
react?
Sorry, I'm back.
Fernando's already awake.
I just go. I don't know. Surprised, I guess. Like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Like,
He's not
well,
all the way dead. He's just awake now.
well, from what I understand
A
is
great relief washes over you, Isabella.
Yeah, yeah.
Go
this
ahead.
this dream will only be one night. It's not like we are dreaming weeks and weeks and weeks.
Right.
So we'll all
That's
wake
true.
up at the same time.
Within the same
Essentially,
8-hour period.
Except for Fernando's head start.
it's just
Okay.
Fernando can't come back.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Gets a do-over.
All right. Well, I feel better about his death then. I guess I didn't think about that. I was just caught up in all the emotion.
It's yeah, it's not an easy thing to like. He's still dead in a way.
Yeah, that's true.
He's only mostly
And he
dead.
experienced it.
As far
We'll
as
have
the
to ask him
Dreamlands
what
is
his death was
concerned,
like.
he's dead.
And I can't. I mean,
He's dead for now, anyway.
we've seen some crazy things. I can't imagine what that would do to
He's
your
been mostly
mind
dead all day.
to dream yourself dying.
Yes. I'm morbidly fascinated, actually, to ask him. But
But so basically, the three of us, and I'm going to allow Alonzo to make a judgment on this. I will not allow him to not make one.
Ooh.
Either the kids come with us or they stay. I'm saying they stay here.
yeah, what do you think, Alonzo?
Oh, where is this?
They
taking
want to
place?
come with us, but we don't know how safe it is.
What did you say, Alonzo?
Where am I right now? I thought you said they woke up.
No,
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 no.
no, no, no. Fernando woke up. That's what they've told you. When
Oh,
he
okay,
died,
not
he
yet.
just woke up. He's fine.
Okay,
mean,
they-
We
so
were
the other
discussing
two,
it.
He's not really dead.
So the other two are still here.
he's fine.
Yes, you're in the room. You're in your room. It's sometime in this 2 weeks before you're planning on before you're leaving.
Yeah.
Sometime in this juncture, you have this discussion what to do with the kids, and it comes up that Fernando's not really dead. He just woke up, but he can't come back to the Dreamlands.
So
that information
and
is
you
kind of
intend
new
to
for you
hunt it.
too, probably. Possibly.
yeah,
I'll
I have.
come
Well,
back to
it's felt like months, and they told me it's one night,
that. Mm-hmm.
and I'm still wrapping my head around that.
I mean,
Right.
say that was.
And
I know it was
those
told
2
to
weeks,
us.
by the way.
I know it was told to us in the beginning.
We discussed it last night, I think, in character.
Yeah.
We weren't.
Yeah, it's still. I know, but I'm still wrapping my head around it. Also, in those 2 weeks, when I have nothing else to do, I'm going to try that whole dreaming magic thing a bunch of times.
Okay.
See if
I'll
I
let
can,
you put a
to see
check
if I can
mark.
summon it.
I'll let you put a check mark. If you
I'm
try
going to
it a
basically
lot,
see if I can
like
summon a bit.
summon what?
I'm going to see if I can summon a baseball. A
Yeah,
baseball.
you eventually do. You get a baseball.
And then I will use it.
Cool.
If, for instance, Dolphin wants to
You
learn
play
how to throw
catch
it.
with
Oh yeah,
Dolphin.
Dolphin will play
Yeah.
catch with you, dude.
Yeah.
He loves this. He's like,
Yeah.
"What is that?" He is all excited. This is the best ball ever. Most balls are really heavy.
Better than a
Or they're
rock.
like, yeah, like the rocks. Dolphin is just he plays catch with you as long as you want to play, and he keeps backing up so he can throw
Yeah,
it further, and he has a blast with that. Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Yeah, this is
so
a
back to
leather,
the
this is a leather
didn't
wrapped
finish.
baseball.
We didn't finish the
As for-
discussion.
as for that opinion, if you intend to hunt this wizard, one, I'll go with you if you like, and two, it is no place for children. I agree with you.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're
yeah,
finding a
that was.
place. You go to the Temple of Nodens to hand them over,
Yeah.
which they're not real happy about. Um,
I hug them and tell them
yeah, they
that
hug you.
we will try to send a letter to them when we get to Honey's, if possible. People
It is
send letters
possible,
here,
yes,
right?
but you basically have to send a letter and you give somebody some money and you say, take this as far as you can, and then
Yeah.
send it on from there.
Okay.
It's not, there's no like mail. It's more like you send the letter and hope it gets there. And
It's like ancient mail.
yes, very much.
Someone riding
Exactly.
a zebra with a letter.
You do have two zebras in the party, I believe. I think you
Yep.
only had two.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have two.
Okay. Any other sweet
Oh,
parting
so we should
dealio?
do we need to ride where we're going?
You
We're
have
taking a
no
ship, right?
idea. You're taking a ship. You've managed to find a ship that will head to Hlaneth. And you
Can
don't
we
know
bring the
from
So,
zebras
there
on the
where you.
ship?
Yeah, yeah. They can make room
Cool.
for the Z. It's only a few days up the
so should
coast
so
on
so
by boat.
should we acquire a third then if we're going to ride?
If you want to, you could. You could get a zebra here in town. And Loren Hutton
Cool.
still has his like platinum Mastercard, so
Yeah.
you can
Nice.
boom. You
Yeah.
have another
So
zebra and tack and harness.
Sweet.
okay, perfect. Um, the only other thing I was going to say is that I will, when we are going, I will leave him with the baseball.
You're gonna leave the baseball with Dolphin. Oh, I like
Nice.
that. That's
Yeah,
nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Um,
and in fact, I'll explain the rules of the game if he wants to learn the
so
actual game that goes with it.
he doesn't really get it. He's not that smart. He can't keep all
That's
this
okay.
in his head, you know. But yeah,
I'll
he
explain it
listens.
to
He
Fern
thinks
too
it's
then,
interesting.
because she can.
Fern can,
Yeah,
yes.
I'll
Fern
explain the rules.
Fern will be like
I'll
interesting.
explain the rules to her too.
You also
Yeah.
there is a return on the expedition to the dark forest of Gloon. You hear a rumor the day before you leave that those who went on the expedition have run into no problems. The keeping the dogs with them seems to have done the trick, and it looks like eventually, if people wish to settle there, as long as they have dogs, lots of dogs, like every house probably gonna have to have a dog.
Do they
That
encounter the frizzies?
no, because
I mean, do they
there's
they
no
don't
the
see them or hear
dogs.
them or anything at all?
No, no, they don't see any sign of any frizzies.
So they
They
don't believe
oh
us,
no,
maybe then.
they believe you because there have been some strange noises at night. There were some
Okay.
experiments that were done as far as the frizzies on a very small scale because encounter a frizzy and you might die.
Hmm.
They are convinced that there are things living in the forest. There were things in the houses. They probably did see some frizzies. There were probably some frizzies in the houses when they came in with the dog and they flipped
Yeah.
out and ran
I
away
was
as
gonna
fast
say
as they
that
could.
even if they have dogs around, they probably still
Yeah.
get to at least see one at
Well,
some point.
you from what you learned, they cleared out the village of frizzies and sealed all the houses back up.
Okay. Nice.
So they did find some frizzies. They don't want to. From your understanding, the expedition did not want to remove them from the dark forest of Gloon because if they take root somewhere, it could be terribly, horribly dangerous and kill lots of people.
Yeah.
So they're
I
not
wonder
bringing
where
any
they're gonna go.
samples, not any live samples. They're not bringing out of the dark forest of Gloon. Some dead ones were brought back, um, but yeah. So you guys do get word of that as a result. So the village isn't entirely going to be like abandoned, and people might move in there someday. Someday, long, long from now.
And I wanna do a very sweet and careful drawing of Fern.
Oh yeah,
I want to do a nice,
you could probably
nice
get
drawing of Fern
you could probably get her
and
when
give it.
she's reading, and do a sketch of her while she's reading one day up at the hotel, the inn room. So yeah,
And I give it to her before we head out of town.
okay, yeah. She loves it. She thinks it's, oh, make me a roll. Make me an art roll, and we'll see how good it
Oh,
is.
yay! Finally,
If you
for the first time
fail,
ever.
it's just gonna be like, it's a sketch. It's rough.
Oh my God! Why do I keep failing today?
You rolled 100.
I was
That
going to
doesn't look
bad.
ask.
anything like me. Ah!
Let me see what my
What did you roll?
uh
Done in the cubism.
Drawing. Ah, damn it. I failed.
Cubism isn't
I got an
wrong. Yeah.
88 out of 65.
All right, so it's not a very good drawing, but it
Dude.
does it. She still appreciates it. I mean, there's a lot of effort that you put into it, even if it doesn't look anything like her.
I put effort into it.
And her hair looks like a
I
frizzy. What is that about? That's weird. So yeah, you put a lot of effort
maybe
into
some
it.
of my insanity is
It might
coming
be. It
into
just
it a
didn't
little
turn out
bit.
the way you really wanted, and you're a little disappointed in it. All right, so everybody can level
Damn.
up. As on the 99th
Yay.
day of you being in the Dreamlands, you set sail from Zakarian heading north along the coast in a small ship that's just big enough to hold the zebras in its cargo hold. So yeah,
And our hit points are back to full. Yes.
hit points are back to full. You guys should have all had plenty of time to heal up in the last 2 weeks. Even Loren Hutton, even though sometimes Loren, if
How
you
do you
want,
level up?
you have a little tick in that right eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're feeling nervous or very
Left eye.
pressured. Alonzo, you want to fail checks against the things that you've checked off. You told me you were practicing dreaming, so go ahead and you can make a dreaming check as well to see if that goes up. Anything that you used,
So I'll do that.
yeah, anything that you check, roll. If you roll high and above it,
Okay, so
increases 1d10.
dreaming, I succeed at, of course.
You
Nice.
did?
So I gain nothing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I rolled a
doggone
6.
it.
Oh. Yeah.
For dreaming?
That's so irritating.
Yeah, he
I'm
rolled a
sorry.
6.
You did make it
Nice.
work though, so you know it exists. You know it's real. You know it
Oh,
can be done.
yeah.
Oh.
So I
So
know
my
sword
dreaming-
So I'm
play.
rolling for each.
There
Yeah,
was
My dreaming
Right.
just went up 10.
nice.
What happens if I succeed?
If you succeed,
If I
nothing.
fail, I mean.
If
So
you
I
fail,
roll
add
spot
one-
hidden and I fail.
Add 1d10 to your spot hidden.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm assuming Fernando gets to level up as well.
Yes, Fernando gets to level up. He remembered
Yeah.
everything that happens in the Dreamlands. He gets to
Alright.
keep all the skills. The dreaming skill is pretty much useless to him now since
But he did.
He's-
But he
well,
remembered everything.
he remembered everything like it was real.
And of course, I got one.
Awesome.
Say what?
Sanity check.
No. He already made a sanity check when he was like, "Wah!" He lost 3
Oh,
points of sanity, and he almost had a heart attack, Sean. So,
Well, that's the whole thing. That's what Lauren worried about. Like when you wake up, seeing yourself die.
yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. You don't want to do
Yeah.
that. You're guessing it would probably be bad. And I'll tell you as a player that yes, you have to roll a sanity check. No, you don't roll a sanity check. You just lose sanity. It's just like bam.
Yeah.
You lose sanity. There's a nightmare effect, which is from the Dreamlands book. Fernando got coronary. Essentially, he basically almost had a heart attack. He had to make a con check. He made it, so he didn't have the heart attack. Minor coronary arrest if he'd have failed, and then he had to make a second con check, or he would fucking die. And even if he succeeded, he would lose 5 points of con from basically having a heart attack
wow.
as he exited the Dreamlands. Yeah, this is old school, like 5th edition Call of Cthulhu. It is hard fucking core.
But if you choose to wake up,
You don't know.
okay.
You doubt. Now, remember, your character doesn't know any of this. You doubt
Yeah.
that it would be that bad. I felt this blade go into my heart, and I felt my heart
And-
stop, and then everything
Yeah.
went black. And it was terribly, horribly painful and very graphic. And it's like waking up from a night terrors.
Yeah.
I woke up. So you
So-
leave on day 99 of your
God, we've been here for a long time.
3 months,
Dang.
a little more than 3 months now. Took you a long time to heal from this whole ordeal since Loren about
Yeah.
killed himself with freaking
Yeah.
Trying to levitate.
trying to levitate. I think it's cool, but yeah, you might want to wait till you're a little better dreaming before you try like things that look like magic.
Well, now I got a 26.
That's better. If you fail, even if you succeeded, it would have been like,
mine-
yeah!
What?
I've got a.
What day was it in the Dreamlands that Fernando died?
The 75th day, day 75, because that was the day all this shit happened. Basically, was day 75. So 2 months, a little more than 2 months, and then it was 2.5 months. In 2 weeks, passed while Loren was healing up and they were finishing up their what
I
information they were trying
gotcha.
to get, dealing with kids and all this other stuff.
I just
Um,
got. I just wanted to make sure I had it written down. I wrote down how he died and everything in the Dreamland, so I remember it.
All right.
cool. So yeah,
My dreaming skill did not. I didn't have that checked because I kept failing it,
oh, yeah, yeah,
so
yep,
I didn't
yep,
even
yep,
get to
yep,
roll
yep.
for that.
The thing is,
Sucks.
And I had 11 and I succeeded at that roll this time.
I'm
That's the first
sorry.
dreaming roll I've succeeded at, by the way.
11 is not terrible to start
Wow.
with. Remember, you guys are novice dreamers. Also, every time you sleep, you can attempt. Well, they say after spending a week in the Dreamlands, you get a check. But you guys have been here more than a week, and you got your initial check way back when we first started this. So that's been taken
Okay.
care of, and I think Alonzo did too, because I didn't write myself a note or anything about it. Um, and
Well,
he
also
was
my
11.
listen went up little, and
Nice.
my spot hidden went up, but
Okay.
that's it.
Um, so we'll end this like I like to end things. Well, first, Kevin, um, introduce
Mhm.
yourself. I know you have an online presence, don't you?
What do you mean?
You do stuff
Also, I'm trying to
online.
save.
Do you want to plug anything?
Oh,
You do like that radio show and stuff, right? Is that online?
oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, no, that I mean, there's a streaming component to it, but every Sunday night, it's not game related, but every Sunday
It's okay.
night, I do a radio show on WHRW. Here, it's
Hmm.
if you want, what I'll
On a
do is I can put it in the
real radio station?
yes,
That's
in
cool.
the what I'll do is I'll
Cool.
put it in the random chat. Where's the not
What kind of show?
random dice roll room? Primarily rock and roll.
Put it in. There should
Nice
be random. Uh,
to be on the
no.
college radio station there.
Random in-game chat.
Yeah, it's
Lit.
at the
Yeah,
very top. Random in-game chat.
random game chat.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
put it in there.
the,
Radio's kind of fun.
yeah, it
I
Yeah,
is.
liked it.
Whoops.
I
Or
still
got
have my
paid.
radio license, so
Radio's very fun.
Let's see, did that work?
Yep.
I don't think the link actually worked.
Oh,
I was trying to create it as a link.
gotcha.
it didn't. But people can cut and paste it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is at
Um, yeah.
whrw.fm.
WHRW. Oh, why can I not? I just lost. I can't.
No
Know
idea.
what the hell is going on? Hang on a sec.
What's the
Um,
matter?
I lost the exterior window,
That's a
so I can't create a second window. But I don't know
Anyway,
why.
that's where you can find Kevin on Sunday nights, right? You said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Awesome.
seeing why I can't get it. Why I can't get the link to work correctly. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can't
Cut and
copy
paste.
paste it.
Yeah, so questions? Oh, no, la, la, la. So Alonzo or Kevin, favorite thing, least favorite thing, or
Mhm.
question, comments, suggestions for the game?
Okay, give me one sec. I'm seeing if I can get this to
Okay, we'll come back to you.
work.
Fernando, Frog Dog.
Um,
Favorite thing, least favorite thing, or question, comment, suggestion?
let's see. Well, obviously, my least favorite thing is dying. um,
But it
but
was
yeah,
I
cool
don't
for the
fudge
story.
my
It was
dice
dramatic.
rolls. I
no,
keep
no, no.
whatever roll. And
You're fine. You're fine. I'm just saying it's my least favorite thing. But
and you can
I
also.
guess then my
It'd be
favorite
weird if
thing
it
is
wasn't.
He's
the
gone.
fact that he's not really dead. So,
Okay.
um,
If there's any, do you
but
have a comment about the scenario or anything like that? Or
I did like the whole kind of chase scene essentially. Um, that was probably my favorite thing actually. I mean, it was pretty much the whole scenario was about the chase. So
yeah, yeah. Okay, Isabella, Eldridge, Ultraviolet. Favorite thing, least
Yeah.
favorite thing, or question, comment, suggestion, or both.
I in terms of story, I liked that Fernando died. It was very surprising. It
Well,
was dramatic, I really coming at all. So,
none of you are
That's
um
safe.
I like
I
that
picked
for
up.
like the story side of it. Isabella hated it, obviously.
hmm
it's dice.
And
Fighting is dangerous. Very, very
yeah,
dangerous.
I don't know. The crossbow stuff was interesting. kind of mysterious too. There's a fair amount of mystery
Mm-hmm.
going on, so I'm glad we solved that. And Isabella's sad that she has to leave the kids, but they'll be safe here.
She doesn't
So
have to leave them. She chose to leave them. Or the party
it
It's
was
did.
a group choice. It
That's
was the
fine.
smart
That's
choice.
fine.
So
Anything else?
yeah. Sorry, I got kicked out. Apparently, I'm
Yeah,
back.
that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna come back to you right after Ultraviolet
Yep,
here is done.
that's fine.
Do you have any plugs? Because I always forget to do this and introduce people at the end. Do you have any like streams or any online presence?
this is the only stream I've ever
Okay,
actually been on, except for in the chat.
that is fine.
So I'm
So
kind of new to it.
back to Kevin. Um, Favorite thing, least favorite thing, or question, comment, suggestions
Okay.
about
Okay. Well, when
the
it comes
game.
to streams, I posted the radio station website
Oh, I see it.
for
Gotcha.
people who like that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, my show is Sunday night at 8:30 this semester. Uh, should I mention the thing about Carcosa,
What
our
thing?
LARP company?
Yeah, if you want to, you can mention anything
I
about
mean, if
this.
we're
Is
plugging
Please.
stuff,
the plug thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My wife and I have a LARP company called Carcosa Creations.
Okay.
I
Hmm,
think we're about 8 years old as a LARP company now. We've
cool.
written about 60 scenarios, and our next convention is Mepicon, which is Friday
Nice. Where's Mepicon?
in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's at. I should post another link, I guess. Here, let me see if I can get
You
this
can.
one
You
to
can post a
work.
link for us.
It should be.
I'll try to remember to put these in the when the video goes on
Yeah, the
YouTube. I'll try to
links are
remember to put
not
them there.
working. If you
That's
enter
okay.
mepicon.com, you should be able to find it
No,
well enough,
yeah,
or
I
just
can
fix the link,
because this will
do
go
it
up
that way
in
so I don't have to punch with
this
it.
will go up on Friday actually, probably because I gotta wait 24 hours before I'm supposed to put things on YouTube.
Because
Um.
Mepicon is in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
It's not
Mepicon.
likely I'll
and
ever make it to Pennsylvania again because
yeah,
I don't
well, a
Yeah,
lot of
but
travel.
people have.
I have been
Also,
there,
a lot of people,
not to that city.
don't want to go to Pennsylvania for other reasons these days.
I
But
just don't want to
yeah,
go anywhere, to be honest.
Anyway,
yeah.
this is
I'm not a
yeah.
Kevin's
traveler.
plug, guy. Hold
But
on, hold on.
Sorry,
yeah, yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
point
So
of the
sorry.
matter
Kevin,
is, Mepicon. Friday night we're doing Peace, Love, and Fear, in
okay.
which the characters are a group of left-wing activists who burglarize an FBI office.
Mm. It's Call of
Based
Cthulhu
on a real
based.
event, by the way.
Yeah, is this
Yeah.
Watergate? Are you talking about?
That is that era, yes. But
Yes.
it's
Okay.
actually based on true story.
Mm-hmm.
8 people on the night Ali fought Frager in 1971.
Okay.
8 people broke into an FBI field office and stole
Oh,
5 suitcases worth of documents, which is how we learned about COINTELPRO,
COINTELPRO. I'm
the
not so
FBI's
familiar with.
counterintelligence program. It
So
was the FBI's
familiar.
program of harassment, disinformation, and assassination against left-wing political groups,
Wow. Okay.
regarded as a conspiracy. Who thinks the FBI is plotting against you?
Oh, I always do.
Except they actually were.
Okay.
And the way
Happens.
we
What?
found it out was 8 ordinary people broke into an FBI office and stole
Badass.
documents.
So you're adding a horror slash mythos element to this. Okay, nice. And
Exactly.
it's a LARP.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Okay, that's
yes. And
terrifying.
the reason we know, by the way, is in 2013, William Davidson was a physics professor at Temple University.
Mm-hmm.
Died. He was the ringleader of the burglars.
Good for him.
He was a physics
So
professor
do
when he
you
wasn't
record
breaking
it?
into FBI offices. No,
Okay.
no,
Like
What
we don't
about
record live.
video?
what
We
other?
do have
Just
we
live?
do have a social media person, and then Saturday we're
Mm-hmm.
doing Imitation Game,
Okay.
which is the first scenario I wrote having a second person with having my wife.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are 1952.
Okay.
The characters are members of a test committee whose job is to test the new supercomputer.
Ah. Okay. Okay. And it goes
I,
horribly wrong. So obviously.
that's one way to put it. Yeah.
Do you have a Sunday game?
So no, we do at
So
Mepicon. We do Friday, Saturday.
2 games. Nice.
So two LARPs. Yeah, they're good. These are two of our really favorite ones. Peace,
Okay.
Love, and
So
Fear. We've seen some genuine freakouts, and Imitation Game holds a special place because it was the first game written for 2 people. Everything I'd previously written, I could run alone.
okay.
Imitation Game, you cannot be run alone.
Nice. So
I had
question.
Min.
So favorite thing, least favorite thing, or about tonight,
Uh,
or about the scenario, and then or questions, comments, suggestions, or anything else you'd like to say.
okay. So for tonight, it's weird and a little refreshing to see a scenario that has almost no mythos elements to it.
This is a D&D scenario that I adapted over for Dreamlands, by the way. So that's
And there you
partially
are. Yep.
why. Well, I didn't add anything
Okay.
to it. I thought it kind of cool. It was cool that it stood on its own, and not everything should have a
Yeah.
monster, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, no,
Well,
not a complaint at all. I'm just making a point.
humans are the
But
real
it's
monsters.
it's different, and sometimes that works.
Hmm.
Sometimes you really want, you don't need an Eldritch horror
Did it work this
when
time?
a crazy man with a crossbow. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the end was, a crazy man with a crossbow is
Yeah,
also a
it
threat
was.
in a world where characters are kind of squishy. A psycho. People tend to forget when
Pardon
fighting
me.
giant supernatural monsters from beyond space and time. A psycho with a knife is also frightening. A different
Oh,
kind of frightening,
oh yes.
but
Oh, whoa.
still scary. Um, as for, I would, if it were me, I would not have let the fight with the dog go on so long.
I'm
I would have
That
sorry.
wrapped
was
that
a
up a
lot of
little.
dice rolls,
That
though.
was only
It
because of
was.
dice rolls, though. That
It's
was just
because
dice rolls.
I
they
know,
are
but
terrible
I would have,
fighters, and so is the dog. What would you have
yeah.
done?
And when you had the
Yeah, that's
dog run
fine.
away at that point, that was good. That was good.
Sean got a critical, and he
That
didn't,
was,
but he couldn't really do much damage with a kick. So I was like, something good's got to come of this. Let's just get this done and move
that's
on.
that's what I'm saying. Is that you took advantage of that critical to have the dog run away? That was
Heck
excellent.
yeah.
That is exactly how to wrap that up,
Saved Loren
and
Hutton's
that's going
life.
on a bit too long. Yeah, because
It
it's a fight with
was.
a dog. It's not
Well, and
it's not
neither,
essential.
nobody was good with a weapon. That dog still could have just killed both of them and then be like, oh, oh no.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
which
wanted
would have
that
been
fight over.
honestly,
Our
yeah,
search for
honestly,
Wilkes is over.
yeah, honestly, having losing characters to a dog would have been unsatisfying.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
the
That's
way
why I'm glad
Jimenez
nobody
died
did.
was dramatic. Getting eaten by a dog in an alley.
He wouldn't
Yeah,
have eaten them, just tore their throats out. You know.
you know what I mean.
And
Yeah,
then
I
ate
do.
him,
There's
though. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, since Dreamlands takes on a more high fantasy, heroic, almost heroic kind of thing, you
What's
want character deaths to be a little more dramatic and a
it,
little more meaningful when they happen.
it's supposed to, but people have weapons they're not very good with because they're
Yeah.
gunfighters and everybody's used to guns, and I've kind of
Yeah.
dragged them into the
Yep.
Dreamlands.
I know. I was looking at that on my character sheet when we
Hmm.
were in combat. I was like, man, I really wish I could use this carbine or whatever it
Right, the
is.
Winchester, yeah, because yeah,
Yeah.
it's a everybody's expecting gunfights, and at least in
Oh,
this portion of the
well,
campaign right now, we're in totally something totally different. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I sort of gamed that out a bit by putting points in Saber,
that's fine.
but it
I
made
appreciate
it made
It,
it made sense.
it. Does it
You know,
does for your character perfect sense?
like I mean,
Okay.
I have plenty of points in firearms too, but also in brawling and in Saber. Also, I had points to spend, had limited skills to put them in because the way the rules structured. So
Yeah, it gets weird sometimes. Okay, Pike
so
Rise.
I may as well.
Yeah.
Lauren Hutton, Pike Rise. Questions, comments, suggestions, or favorite or least favorite part of the scenario
I
or the game night tonight?
I did enjoy a little bit of um more exploration of the Dreamlands going after the Wizard Wilkes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's nice to have, like, hey, it's not just one thing and we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to have like some world building.
Three
Um
so far. Three
That's a
scenarios.
good point.
but at the same time it's also kind of like, let's just get to them.
Well, you can. You could have left anytime
I
you
know
want.
we could have.
So,
Um
It's hard to get information. Like,
well,
going slow
why?
at that.
Why is it so hard? Interesting. Like
We've
yeah.
he's
tried,
trying to
though.
stay hidden. Weird.
Yeah. Things I didn't like. Yeah, the fight with the dog took too long, but again, it was me trying to use. Literally, it was me like, well, hey, if I hit with my sword, I could potentially increase my ability with. Let me keep
Just
trying to do it.
don't do that. No, I can see you drawing the best weapon you have to fight with.
Yeah,
At the same time, you're not very good with it yet. So, yeah, it's not going to be like epic battle.
yeah. Um,
Like we could have just dodged and ran away, I guess. What else could we have
You
done?
couldn't
I'm
have
not
run
going to outrun
away.
a dog.
You
I'm
couldn't
not
have
going to
outrun
outrun
it.
a dog.
It has a much better speed than you. It would have continued to dog your
Yeah.
heels, at least for a while.
It was kind of our only option to just fight it.
Dog.
Go in a window.
You could have probably
I
gone.
mean, but it's
Probably
also
could've
like
jumped
through a window.
now the last
Could've
the
gone in a
last
window.
couple game sessions, I have been in a position where it's like, do I kill the dog?
That's true.
No. This session was different because the dog was attacking you.
What I
the
should
other
have
one
attempted was to try to muzzle the dogs as I was running away from them.
Maybe that
Stick
probably
with the theme. It worked last time.
Yeah.
Or-
maybe you made the roll. That would've
Or
helped.
since you were the last one around the house, you could have just closed the door.
He didn't really notice it until he
I
was
didn't
past
know
it.
there was
I
an
know,
open
I know.
door.
I didn't even give him a spot hit. I was just like, oh yeah, you remember that door was open as you
Yeah.
went by a little while ago. Oh no.
But I'm sorry, like these dogs were barking at you as you were like at the front of the house. They're
Yeah, I
going
made
to
it-
hear you run
I
around.
made it very
Yeah.
obvious. that
But
they
I
were
Yeah.
didn't know.
very
I
mean
did not
dogs.
know that someone fled the house. All I know is Alonzo ran.
Mhm.
He said he's
No,
running
Alonzo
though.
didn't really run. Alonzo went around the side of the house. It wasn't until he got to the back that he ran.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I saw the guy running
And I
away.
think I gave Alonzo
Yeah,
the spot
okay.
hidden.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
You're right,
Alonzo
you're right.
was the only one who
Yeah.
stopped and looked down
Yeah.
there, and
And-
he failed his spot hidden because that was a spot
Yep.
hidden to see if you noticed the back door was just hanging open.
Yep.
And you were like, no, there's a guy, gotta go. And you took off running, and the other two came around and was like, oh shit, Alonzo's chasing this guy, let's go.
Mhm.
And so I
Yeah.
didn't even give
I
you guys
remember
spot
one,
hidden because
I was yelling to show you where they were.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you've caught that, but because one of the things I play with this character is the manic depressive episodes,
Mhm.
where notice once he's in motion, he stays in motion,
Mhm.
knocking on the door without waiting, that kind of thing. But also the muscle memory of war. Because I don't know if you caught that, but before searching around the side of the building, went like that, as in he's
Oh.
gesturing
didn't
like an
catch
officer
that.
does.
I didn't catch
He's
that.
I didn't
indicating
catch
No, I
that
didn't
to
either.
men
that.
following him what he's
But
about to do, and then just moves without waiting.
Yeah,
That's
last
twice I've
session
done that.
I missed that. I
there
missed
was
the
that
gesture.
whole thing in the house.
And you might want to verbalize
Yeah.
the
You-
gestures that you do too, because it's not always. We're not. If we're sitting at a game table, it's different than.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
always
I-
see
I-
your
you know, I was
screen.
Sometimes
reading
I'm
in front
looking
of
at
the
my
camera.
character sheet or whatever.
But yeah, maybe people didn't notice it.
Right,
But,
and it's harder to
um,
notice
That's a good
everything because there's all those
Yeah.
kinds of crap going on, and it's much smaller.
Yeah, good point.
So yeah, so next time,
That's-
no, and that's cool that you did that, and I love that. That's staying in character. And when you don't verbalize it, it forces people to like, are you looking at my character? If I say it, it's super obvious. Just like somebody mentioned something earlier about the stone. Aaron's talking about, oh yeah,
Yeah.
do I hear anything through the stone? And I'm like,
Right.
shut up.
I mean, so no, that is a question
And
I
it's
have
fine.
about the stones.
Yeah.
Do they only work when we're trying to make them work?
You guys
No,
haven't
he's-
experimented a whole lot with them.
Well,
You
that would
have
be
been
my
able
question
to
is-
overhear
We know
people
they don't.
talking.
So no,
Yeah.
mine is right here,
Right.
basically.
So if you're talking, probably
So if I'm
people are hearing
yelling,
it.
people
Yeah,
should hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Alonzo
Because
had
there was a
really
whole
nice
thing, I
looking
think
lady
in
on his
Ulster.
arm.
Yeah,
He was
Alonzo's just like,
distracted.
shut up.
Fernando, not Alonzo.
Damn it!
Yeah.
I got
I
too
know.
many O names in there.
I know.
But-
I was having
Good
the
thing
same
Fernando's
issue.
dead now.
Yeah,
He's
That's
only
kind of-
mostly dead.
yeah.
Kind of.
I'm only mostly.
He's
But there was
all-
that thing in
I'm feeling
wasn't it
deadly.
in Ulster?
He's only
Well, if it
dead
makes you listen,
in
if
the
it makes it any easier, I can
Dreamlands.
use the character's middle name.
Well,
What? No. I don't
The
the
want you to
question
change
is going to
what
be
your
now
character
for
is.
Fernando is,
and
does
Fernando's
he
gone.
dream anymore?
Yes, Fernando still has dreams. He just cannot enter
Okay.
the Dreamlands. He won't see those steps that lead down anymore, whereas the rest of you will. And Fernando might even make the assumption, oh, I needed to take a potion to get in, and I haven't been taking potions, so I can't get back to the Dreamlands. Big deal. I
Definitely
hated
not drinking anymore. Oh wait. Oh yeah, you already we already said he can't go back no matter what. Like
He
wait,
can't.
there is another potion.
Yeah,
But
even
like,
with the
yeah, he
potion,
can't go
Fernando
go
can't
back.
get back. In this case, he's barred from.
So
He's
there's
dead.
other
in the
ways, we
Dreamlands.
just don't know them.
There could be other ways to get him back, but he's alive in the real world, and that's more important anyway. So
Yeah, I can think of one other way he could potentially maybe come back, and he's not going that way.
that's fine. Anyway, we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna end the
Peyote.
recording. Anybody who's still watching, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. We actually had a few people tonight, which was really cool. I saw like 5 or 6 people off and on throughout the stream. It's
Oh,
very much
cool.
appreciated.
Yeah.
I have a very small following. So I'm Max Ryder. I have a YouTube, which is Max Ryder without the underscore. We're here on Twitch. I've got a Patreon where I put up role playing journals and audios of these games eventually. This one won't show up till May. I do a lot of writing for Miskatonic Repository. I have 22 scenarios on the Miskatonic Repository right now, and I'm working on 23. I'm going to try to get out December 1st. Don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but I'm
Cool.
going to really try because it's a Christmas scenario for Down Darker Trails. So, yeah, so that's me. And everybody, again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And that's it. We'll talk to y'all next time. Bye. Everybody say bye. Go ahead and
Bye,
push buttons.
everybody.
Push the button, Frank.